between the visiting Neenah Rockets and the host Appleton North Lightning. Good Friday evening, sports fans. It's a bit warmer than we expect in a late October evening to be, but it's great for us and it's great for everyone here. And we're glad that you can tune in to tonight's USA Today Network Wisconsin digital live stream. Again, Neenah, Appleton North, and this is a game that a little bit of a rematch from a regular season game of the Fox Valley Association, and a game here between two teams that know each other. The communities are very close. The players, the coaches, familiar with each other. Brett, we're expecting a good one. I know that you look at Appleton North and they have the 8-2 record coming in. Neenah 6-4. But anytime you rematch FVA opponents, you never know what's going to happen in some respects.
Never know, but there's also no secrets either. These two teams know each other, obviously long history, but they've played each other week 5. Although Neenah playing some good football here down the stretch, getting into the playoffs, and a big win over Wausau West last week, co-champions of the Valley Football Association. I think that was an eyebrow raiser. Wausau West number 2 seed, Neenah number 7 seed. Maybe some tweaks, some changes from Steve Young and the head coach and the coaching staff there to kind of get ready for this one. But it is a tall hill to climb, a steep hill to climb, because you look at what Appleton North has done. Other than 2 weeks this season, they've limited their opponents to single digits in scoring. Week 1, Franklin the loss, and the Week 4 loss to Kimberly. Otherwise, their defense has been stout. We know they got the high-powered offense to boot. We'll see if that Neenah team can somehow get that Appleton North offense off the field, and then maybe there's some wrinkles. Now is the time to dig into that bag of tricks and see if you can kind of catch this really stout Appleton North defense off guard. But it should be a fun game. It's already the second round. The march to Madison continues, and we're going to keep our eyes not only on this one, obviously, but there's some very interesting matchups in this Fox Valley region that we're definitely going to want to pay attention to.
Yeah, both teams wanting to build off that great momentum heading after their first round victories. I'll start with notes, by the way. Appleton North, and then Brett will follow up with Neenah. He put these all together, by the way. The Lightning, Brett mentioned, winners of 6 straight. They're ranked number 8 in the state in the large division in the final Associated Press state poll, number 7 in Division 1 in the final WISports.net state coaches poll, coming off 28-0 victory over Hudson last Friday in a WIAA Division 1 first-round playoff matchup. That was here at Paul Engen Field, and, Brett mentioned both Kimberly and Franklin. Oh, by the way, Franklin number 1, Kimberly number 2 in the last Associated Press poll. So, yeah, that Appleton North, I don't know if you can get better. I mean, I guess you look at it losses as a loss, but can you get any better than the number 1, number 2 ranked team?
There's no shame.
Yes,
that's
exactly.
For sure.
Getting back to Appleton North, though, Cal Martini, he accounted for all 4 of Appleton North's touchdowns as he rushed for 150 yards on 32 carries. He scored on runs of 2, 1, 1, and 3 yards, so making that short game work is Cal Martini. And overall, the Lightning ran the ball 59 times in the win, finished with 284 rushing yards, averaging nearly 5 yards a carry. Matthew Reichel, am I saying that right, or Reichel?
Reichel.
Matthew Reichel added 79 yards on 14 carries. Quarterback Matthew Sheckelman, you'll hear that name a lot tonight. He threw for 48 yards on 3 of 5 passing. And Alex Haran, he led the way in receiving with 2 catches for 51 yards. Martini added a catch for 17. And defensively, Appleton North limited Hudson to just 110 yards of total offense, 55 passing, 55 rushing. And we'll mention that defense a little bit more as the live stream continues. On the season, Sheckelman, a Northern Iowa recruit, and the FVA's Offensive Player of the Year and Offensive Back of the Year. He's thrown for just a shade under 1,200 yards and 14 touchdowns while completing 70% of his passes. He has also tossed 3 picks. Martini rushed for 1,113 yards and 18 touchdowns, and he's averaging 123.7 rushing yards per game. Sheckelman's next with 594 yards and 7 scores. Haran is the Lightning's top receiver with 40 catches for 527 yards and 7 touchdowns. Caden is this Pop or Pope?
Pop.
Caden Pop is next with 18 receptions for 188 yards and a touchdown. Martini, he's also been in the receiving game. He has 167 yards and 3 receiving touchdowns. And defensively, Appleton North's defense been playing well all season. Brock Arndt leads the Lightning in tackles with 65 stops. Nathan Schopp had 4 sacks, and Brock Salm and Stone Hulke led the way in interceptions with 2 apiece. Appleton North averaging 121.3 yards passing per game, 226.1 rushing. The Lightning defense, they're allowing 145 yards per game passing and 72.7 yards rushing. And overall, Appleton North is averaging 37.3 points a game. They're allowing just 11.2. And if Appleton North wins,
either team, right?
Either team wins, It will play either Kimberly or Chippewa Falls next Friday in a WIAA Division I state quarterfinal playoff game. Kickoff scheduled there for 7 o'clock. Brett, what can you tell me about Neenah?
Neenah 6-4 coming in. Ricardo, the Rockets, winners of 2 straight, as we talked about, coming off a very impressive 29-7 victory over Valley Football Association co-champion Wausau West last Friday. That was a WIAA Division I first-round playoff matchup up at Wausau. Jace Jenkins had another big night on the ground for Neenah, finishing with 133 yards and 2 touchdowns on 20 attempts and leading an overall rushing attack that wound up with 191 yards and 3 scores. Jenkins' TD runs came on scores of 1 and 17 yards the final, giving the Rockets a 26-7 lead with 3:57 remaining in the third quarter. Quarterback Matt Young was also credited with a rushing touchdown, a 3-yard score in the second quarter. Young was productive through the air as well, throwing for 110 yards and a touchdown, an 18-yard hookup with Jenkins early in the second quarter for a 13-0 Neenah lead on 14 of 19 passing. Jackson Schloman, he led the Rockets receivers with 5 catches for 40 yards. Jenkins and Dane Newman were next with 3 catches apiece for 35 and 13 yards respectively. Defensively, Neenah limited the Warriors to 270 yards. That included a strong effort, Ricardo, in slowing down Wausau West running back Colton Gehrink, one of the top backs in the VFA, to just 110 yards and no scores. On the season, Young has thrown for 687 yards and 8 touchdowns while completing 57% of his passes. He has yet to toss an interception, according to the stats found on WISports.net. Young and Jenkins, they form a formidable duo, Ricardo, when it comes to the Rockets' ground game. Jenkins leads the way with 1,189 yards and 8 touchdowns, while Young, 735 yards and 15 rushing scores. Jenkins is averaging 118.9 on the ground per game, and Young is next with 73.5 rushing yards per game. I will complete the notes here in a second. Are we going to do the national anthem?
Yeah,
I don't think the Rockets are quite ready for it yet.
No, they're not. So. Now they are.
Okay.
As they wrap up their huddle.
Shloman, Ricardo's Neenah's top receiver with 19 catches for 193 yards and 2 TDs. Jenkins is next with 15 receptions for 90 yards and a touchdown. Trevor McGinnis has 7 receptions for 117 yards and 1 score. Defensively, Young's 97 total tackles lead the way in that category. He also has a team-high 2 interceptions. Caleb Letson and Darius Jones Jr. Have the most sacks with 3 apiece. Neenah is averaging 70.1 yards per game passing, 222.4 rushing. They're allowing 99 yards per game passing and 144.6 rushing. Overall, the Rockets, Ricardo, averaging 24.1 points per game and allowing 16.7. As you mentioned, the winner of this one, it's the state quarterfinals next week already, and they'll play either Kimberly or Chippewa Falls. That's a game we'll keep an eye on. That game is just down the road at Papermakers Stadium, so we'll see if the second-ranked Kimberly Papermakers can stay unbeaten as well and move on to the quarterfinals.
I'll be updating Twitter throughout the game, so if you want to follow me at PC Ricardo, you can follow Brett at PC Brettsy and Rosie at Metal Rosie.
Got to thank, got to meet him actually for the first time today too. The new athletic director here, Dwayne Hartkoff. Yeah,
sure.
Setting us up, making sure we're good to go. We appreciate him. The former Oshkosh West football coach. He started the season on the west sideline and then got the job after Nate Werner, who was here, moved over to Kakon in the same role. But Dwayne, we appreciate you and his staff. Brian Durkee, the IT guru here at the district. It's always great to be here at Paul Engen Field.
All right. Again, back here at Paul Engen Field, WIAA Division I, second round playoff game, Brett, between Appleton North and visiting Neenah.
Ricardo, I got to give a shout out to our playoff sponsor, Unison Credit Union. Unison proudly provides the people and businesses of Northeast Wisconsin with exceptional banking services and trusted financial guidance delivered by friendly experts. Personal checking and personal savings, investments, loans, business checking and business savings. Unison Credit Union, empowering you. Also, Cooney's Embroidery and Sportswear, our apparel sponsor. Get your team, club, or business name out there with Cooney's Embroidery and Sportswear. They customize products specifically to fit their customers' needs. Family-owned for 20 years. They have the skills and experience to customize your apparel and spread the word about your organization. Delivery service is available. Contact them today at 920-731-0922 or send them an email. Cooney's, COONEYS 0922 at sbcglobal.net.
Looks like Appleton North will receive the opening kickoff, Brett. Reichel back there, and I think that's number 21, Mullen, for Appleton North. And really interesting to see this matchup, Brett. I know Appleton North won big in the regular season matchup, but we've seen this before. Playoffs is a different animal.
It is, and these two teams are vastly different than what we saw. Week 5? That was a 42-7 Appleton North victory that night here at Paul Engen Field. We'll talk about some of the details, I guess, of that one, but how much of that really carries over right into tonight. You're here in the second round of the playoffs. It's actually week 11 now. So Neenah, we saw them in week 3 losing to Oshkosh West 3-0 on a rainy night at Rocket Stadium.
That's a head scratcher to me, Brett.
But then Neenah comes back week 4 and beats a nice Fond du Lac team. So you just don't know. And then Neenah given Kimberly all it could handle just a few weeks ago. I think that was a week 8 game. So you never know. And that's why they tee it up, and we're going to play this one. But I guess Mother Nature has other thoughts. She's going to blow the ball off the tee, and now they're going to have to hold it so we can get this thing underway.
If I may channel ex-Cardinals great pitcher Jose De Leon. No, not Jose De Leon. It was Joaquin Andujar. When he said this about baseball. You can say this thing about football. One word to describe it, you never know.
Joaquin. I remember him. He took one off the knee, didn't he, in the 82 World Series? I remember that. Kick sails into the end zone, so our first chance of seeing Appleton North in that high-powered offense tonight. Ball will be at the 20-yard line. This is actually our third time now seeing Appleton North. We streamed the Week 4 game against Kimberly. That was a loss for Appleton North, but then we saw them again in Week 7 down at Fond du Lac and really took it to the Cardinals.
Really played well that game, yeah.
Remember, they scored in all 3 phases, too. Offense, defense, special teams. It was a complete performance and really, really impressive.
Stone Hulky.
Yes, you interviewed him.
I did. 2 pick sixes. I mean, what a tremendous effort by him. But, hey, Appleton North starts first down and 10 at the 20. Haran with that catch. Fumbles, Brett. And Neenah may have that.
Wow. Didn't see, Ricardo, who got the hit, how the ball squirted out, but certainly not what you expect and just what we were saying. You never know what could happen on a playoff game in the second round, right? Look at this. The Rockets in business getting a turnover on the first play of the game. Now Neenah set up in Appleton North territory, 1st and 10 on the 29.
You know, especially beginning for Appleton North, Brett, but that defense has played well and then been up to all the challenges this season. They're in a tough spot here, though, to start the first quarter just underway here at Paul Engen Field. Neenah recovering the fumble and first down and 10 at the Lightning 29. Is that Jenkins?
Jenkins had it, but that was 74, Will Schrader. We've called him many times. He's one of the captains. 6'2", 272-pound senior defensive lineman just busting through, and Jenkins dropped for a loss of 1 yard.
Brett, I said for Neenah, well, they're going to have to get turnovers, which they already have now, right? They got to take away. And I said if for them to win, to keep that Appleton North Lightning offense off the field, you got to run Jenkins till they can't run anymore.
That's what you said in your preview.
That is. And to me, that's their biggest recipe for success tonight.
He's had a nice season. Jenkins, just a junior as well. So big things expected from him next season, but this is this season. Little ball fake on the handout. There's a fumble. Young fumbles it, and now I think the Lightning have it back.
Yes, they do.
Too many bodies to see how that ball squirted out, but a takeaway, now a giveaway.
Brett, well, this is an interesting start to tonight's game.
What, 3 offensive plays, and there have been 2 turnovers,
That's
2 fumbles?
True.
Wow. That's my second wow, everybody. So I know I have a tendency to say that. That's can't help it.
What's the over/under on your wows tonight? I would say
it's got to be
15.
I was at 15.5.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. Here's a handoff. Big Cal Martini looking for some space. Young, your quarterback, wrapping him up. Matt Young plays both ways for the Rockets, and now the DB getting in on Big Cal Martini, Ricardo. That is no easy task. You look at Martini, 228-pound senior. He's been here forever. He's also one of the captains.
Yeah, 2nd down and 6, a 4-yard gain for Martini, and that's a kid who he looks like a fullback, but he has the feet of a halfback.
Yeah, he's fast, and Martini again using that,
look at that
line, and Young trying to wrap him up again, and let's see, I think he got the first down on that last effort.
And they did give it to him, so 7-yard gain for Martini. Nice start for him. Again, this Appleton North offense, no shortage of weapons, Brett. They can really do a lot of good things, passing the ball, running the ball, and then, of course, Sheckelman can hurt you with the arm and the legs.
And don't forget to give the guys some love up front, right?
That's
they have
right.
a really, really physical, strong offensive line that can plow holes open for Martini or this is Heron.
Yeah, that was a Wildcat formation, it looked like, Brett.
So Heron, yeah. But Sheckelman, as your quarterback, typically number 12, he can run too. He can hurt you on the ground as well. But the Rockets ready to bring Heron down on that one. 2nd down for the Lightning ball at the 37-yard line. Thanks to everybody checking us out tonight on postcrescent.com. We're actually streaming it, Ricardo, throughout the Fox Valley, a game of regional interest, obviously, as we get deeper into the playoffs. Bayport's still alive on the other side. Fond du Lac still alive, so watch out.
Look at this.
And Heron has to fall on it. What is going on here at Paul Engen Field? Well, Sunday is Halloween.
Whew.
Something's
going on here.
They were playing Thriller on the on the PA before the game started, so there's going to be some kooky stuff going on here tonight.
Brett, 3rd down and 27, and this is about as unique a start as I've seen to a ball game that we've done.
Well, let's see what's in the bag of tricks here. Is Sheckelman, he's going to fire it across the field and almost intercepted, but incomplete, and Neenah should get pretty good field position after this punt. What do you think, nerves or?
I'm not sure. I mean, both these teams have played each other.
They played each other.
And both these teams are they have playoff experience. Yeah. I just chalk it up to, hey, this is football, right? You sometimes get these kind of games.
Well, and again, no secrets. So this isn't like Appleton North playing Hudson last week, from the Big Rivers. These are 2 FVA rivals, longtime rivals, and might take a few series to kind of settle in here. Let's see what kind of a punt is coming. And a low punt. Maybe get away from that one.
Takes a little bit of an Appleton North bounce, Brett. He's going to be down right at the 45.
Looking at number 27, Grant Dean, and I think he was thinking about it a little bit, maybe to pick that up. It's tempting, isn't it? But I think he made the right decision. Still great field position for the Rockets.
1st down and 10 at the 45. 8:27 left here in the first quarter. We've had a couple of turnovers and an additional fumble, I guess, on the snap.
But yeah, to finish that thought, we're streaming on the websites of Appleton, obviously, Post Crescent, the Press Gazette, the Northwestern, the Fond du Lac Reporter, all the Facebook sites, and our USA Today Network Wisconsin YouTube channel. So we appreciate everybody checking us out tonight. There's a pass to Jenkins. He's looking to make some guys miss, and he does. Good gain. Number 20 for Appleton North, Leo Fisher, the senior defensive back, finally bringing down Jenkins. Did a good job, Ricardo, to make that first defender miss and picking up, 7 yards, 6 yards?
7 yards into Appleton North territory. 7-yard gain on that catch. 2nd and 3. Very manageable second down for the Rockets. Get imperative for them to start fast here. Get some points on the board. Again, they fell 42-7 earlier this year against Appleton North. Here,
Jenkins, a nice little surge, and he gets the first down. Just keeping low, staying close to the ground where he can't have that big, that target on his chest or whatever, making it tough to wrap him up, and he dives forward for the first down. So nice job, nice hard running by Jenkins right up the gut. Yeah, Ricardo, that was 42-7 week 5 right here at Paul Engen Field. Appleton North winning that one. Cal Martini, he had 179 yards and 4 touchdowns. Matthew Sheckelman, 134 yards and a TD. He completed all 7 of his passes that night, and leading Appleton North to the victory. Young waiting for it. Kind of have that option look. He does, pitches it out. They were not fooled at all. Caleb Monroe, number 91, and number 32, I think that was Brennan Kate as well, bringing down, that was number 27, Grant Dean. Showing a little option look, but nothing doing there.
Loss of 3 yards brings up 2nd and 13, and I'm sure this is something Neenah didn't want to be in too often in terms of this down and yardage situation, Brett, 2nd and long.
Yeah, Matthew Reichel in that game in week 5, he was credited with a rushing touchdown for the Lightning. Lightning finished with 244 rushing yards overall. Alex Herron, he was on the receiving end of Sheckelman's touchdown that night, a 49-yard hookup. So a lot was going well, and I think Matt Young wants to burn one here. Yep.
So 2nd down and 13. Brett, as always, if you have any updates out there and you're listening to a radio as you're watching this, or just getting update scores of other second-round games, feel free to send them our way. Hey, at PC Ricardo, at PC Brettsy, or at Metal Rosie. I'll try to read them off as we get them, Brett. Some of these other great quarterfinal, a second-round game. I'll get a little ahead of myself. Level 2. No, don't say that again. But let's take a look at some of these other Division I Level 2 games, Brett. Where we talk about Kimberly and Chippewa Falls. That's one, and then Franklin Oak Creek. That's a good one.
That's
happening
a big
down
one. Yep.
In the Milwaukee area. Marquette University and Bayport. We talked about Bayport, and then the other four second-round games: Sun Prairie, Fond du Lac.
That's an interesting one.
Middleton, Wisconsin Rapids.
Mm-hmm.
Mukwonago and Arrowhead, and then Sussex Hamilton and Muskego. That's a very interesting one going on there, Brett. I think Muskego has their hands full with those, with the Chargers of Sussex Hamilton.
Boy, some nice teams, right, in Division I still going at it. It's going to be fun to see what happens and who gets to Camp Randall's Young looking for some space. He's got a pretty good run out of that using the far side of the field. And
yeah, and I thought, but actually, Brett, I thought Appleton North bracketed the receivers well. It was one of those kind of long, kind of slant plays going on, and Appleton North's defense not giving any room for Young to throw.
Young, he scored Neenah's lone touchdown back in week 5 in that 42-7 loss. That was a 2-yard score in the third quarter. He also threw for 72 yards. Jace Jenkins, 96 yards on 21 carries that night to lead the Rockets. So I think you're going to see a heavy dose of number 15 tonight doing his things on the ground, and same with number 2. Let's see how creative the Rockets can get in getting those guys, their athletes out in space and making Appleton North pay. Look at Jenkins, a strong run.
Yeah,
he's going to be a yard
down.
short, yeah. Overall series, Ricardo, Appleton North leads 15-8. Lightning have won the last 3 meetings and 10 of the last 11. This marks also just the second time, hard to believe, but these two teams have met in the playoffs. Only the second time. The other matchup came during the 2017 season when Appleton North topped Neenah 45-7 in a second-round showdown. So, again, they meet in the second round.
Brett, early game here. This is Division 6. St. Mary Springs out of Fond du Lac up 7-0 over Cedar Grove, Belgium.
Okay, that's an interesting one. It's your guy, Bob Hyland, right? Still doing his thing.
Still very angry.
State's winning as coach. He almost made me do push-ups.
Oh, wow. How did he pop through that fast?
Is that Brennan Cade again, the senior linebacker?
6'1", senior linebacker. Brett, he was a shot out of a cannon. And was that Jenkins he took down for the loss?
Mm-hmm.
That's back to the 39, so a loss of 4 yards. And that's a heck of a play by the North defense. You know, we give a lot of credit to Appleton North's offense, Brett, but their defense has been very solid all season.
Yeah, I'm going to have to read down some of the scores throughout the season for Appleton North, but it's really been impressive. Again, 8 of the 10 just allowing the opponent single digits in scoring. And last week included the first shutout, a 28-0 victory over Hudson.
Well, here's Martinez.
Watch out. Look at his speed.
Man.
Finally brought down. Good job by number 5.
Let me tell you, he's built, and look, he looks like a skinny offensive lineman out there is what I want to say. But he has the quickness and feet of a scat back.
Yeah. Koi Rahodi, I hope I'm saying that right, finally brought down Martini, but not before a big run, ball to 39. And yeah, he is a load. He's big, strong, and as you saw there, just fast. And now he's patiently looking for his opening and kind of carrying that pile forward for a nice gain.
Takes it down to the 33. That's another 6-yard gain for Martini. Very patient on that run. Brady has 4 carries, 39 yards. Now, if I'm Appleton North, I just run and run it. I mean, they've shown that they were able to get good chunk yardage from that run game.
Run the ball as we saw with the Packers last night, Ricardo. I know, it hurts you.
No, it was an interesting game. I'm sure we'll talk about it more at the half.
Oh, good run there by number 35. That's Matthew Reichel, the senior running back.
It's a first down run, Brett, dragged down to the 25, an 8-yard gain for Reichel.
Yeah, sometimes it doesn't pay to get cute or get fancy, right? If they can't stop it, just keep going to it. And right now, that rushing attack for Appleton North on the move, ball to 25. There's Martini again. Big hole on the right side. He looks like he's looking for guys to hit. Swerves back inside, sees a couple jerseys, white jerseys, and decides to push them forward for a couple more.
7-yard gain brings up a second down and very short. Might be actually a second down and 2 situation. 5 carries, 47 yards from Martini. Brett, again, if you're Appleton North, just run it. Tell Neenah can show that they can stop it. No need to get cute here. And you know those offensive linemen, Brett, they love running the ball.
Yep. Ball to 17-yard line. Shuckelman waits, gives it to Martini again. Bounces outside.
Look at the footwork, though.
Pretty good job, though, by number 27, Grant Dean again. He's just a freshman, but playing that safety spot, he kind of set that containment, pushed Martini back inside. I think he wanted to bounce it out a little bit more, but nothing doing. So 3rd and short, though, coming up, ball at the 16.
Again, a close formation, Brett. It's their power formation. See if I thought maybe Sheckelman would take it himself. That was to the up back, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was Reichel. Trying to see who almost got it. I think it might have been 24, Trevor McGinnis, the outside linebacker, but Reichel got the first down.
Ball's at the 14-yard line, and Appleton North in business here, Brett. So 1st down and 10. They can get a first down at the 4-yard line of Neenah. Again, another close formation. Sheckelman.
Martini with the toss, yep. Looking, he's got a blocker, Reichel in front of him.
He is.
Inside the 5.
Brett, he didn't even get hit till he was a good 5 yards down the field. Where are they spotting that?
That looks like it's going to be at the 4.
And they're calling that a first down, so it's first down, goal to goal at the 4.
And you're going to see nothing fancy here. Yeah, they're all packed in, aren't they? Martini looking, trying to get his way into the end zone. He's going to be short, I think, at the 1. So 2nd and goal, ball at the 1.
He's up to 8 carries, 62 yards, Brett. Martini, one of the top backs in the area.
Well, what do you think? It's going to be Reichel or Martini, right?
One of the two. Or Sheckelman may be popping it right over as quarterback.
No, it's Reichel, and he's in for the 1-yard score. Nice drive, all on the ground. And the Lightning first on our Unison Credit Union scoreboard.
Is that 5:47 left? No, it's 54.7.
54.7, yeah. Quick moving first quarter. And out for the PAT is Caden Pop. That one splits the uprights, and yeah, with 54.7 seconds to go here in this opening quarter, Appleton North now up 7-0 as we look at our Unison Credit Union scoreboard.
Someone brought out the kazoos. Just updating my Twitter again. You can follow me at PC Ricardo, Rosie at Metal Rosie, and Brett at PC Brett C. See if I can update you with some of these other scores. Again, if you have any, just pass it along to us on Twitter. We'll try to get those updated. Thank you, Josh Young. He says, hey, Kimberly's up 7-0 over Chippewa Falls. Menasha up 7-0, Brett. That's over, who are they playing?
They're playing Notre Dame.
Notre Dame, yes. And that was a team they had beat earlier in the season.
Yeah, that's an FRCC South matchup, rematch down at Calder Stadium tonight. Very interesting game there. Another interesting one not too far away, the Northeastern Conference rematch, a Little Shootin' Freedom. That's a Division IV game. That's always a fun matchup when those two rivals hook up. I don't think they're playing for the county ensign though.
No, does that count? I don't know.
That is a, I think it's just a regular season deal. As number 7 for the Rockets, Dane Newman.
Past the 30.
Yeah, so now is the time for an answer, Ricardo.
We have another score here. Sun Prairie up 7-0 over Fond du Lac.
Okay.
As we're looking at where that ball is being placed, right at the 30, I think. And we have 46.4 seconds left in the first quarter. 7-0 lead for Appleton North.
Yeah, again, winner of this one takes on Kimberly or Chippewa Falls. So we'll see where that game will be played. Everything's still up in the air. Higher seeded team hosts.
Near the end of the first quarter, Bayport Marquette both tied at 7.
Looks like Appleton North wants to burn a timeout now. So both teams taking timeouts here in this first quarter. Yeah, don't sleep on the Pirates, right? Bayport with a big 56-14 win last week over Manitowoc Lincoln. Bayport, the 2nd seed, taking on the 6th seed Marquette team that also won handily in the first round. So the winner of that one, though, will play Franklin or Oak Creek. Franklin, the number 1 team in the state, Ricardo. They're coming off a 62-12 first round game. Woo. Over Milwaukee, Riverside, Golda Meir.
Some other interesting scores here, Brett. And this one that I thought maybe might go to the underdogs, and that's Berlin's up 7-0 over the Dells. No disrespect to the Dells, but they don't play in a very good conference over there. When you look at it, they're playing like it's like Watoma. And
is that the South Central?
South Central, yes, Brett. Good job. And Berlin, as we know, plays in a pretty good conference with Plymouth and some other top teams there.
Good coach and
Fort
Joe
Washington,
Stelmacher.
yes.
He's really turned that program back around, and yeah, they're a tough out.
Big win over Xavier last week for Berlin.
1st and 10 for the Rockets now after that timeout by Appleton North, and Jenkins looking for a hole. And it was there slightly, but it closed very fast. That fast Appleton North defense still yet to be scored upon here in almost 5 quarters of playoff football.
You just got to be careful a little bit. I think I see a little. I mean, they're starting just a tad before the snap of the ball.
I noticed that too a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, you got to watch that. The false start will be called eventually if that gets to be too egregious.
See if Neenah wants to run one more play here with 15 seconds to go. Clock still running.
2nd down and 7 for the Rockets.
And Young snaps it, and he's going to throw for the first time tonight. Nice catch to number 17, Ben Basler. And that is how the first quarter comes to an end. So 7-0 lead for Appleton North here at Paul Engen Field. Let's take a quick timeout. We'll be back right after this little break. Welcome back to Paul Engen Field. Second quarter just about ready to get underway as we look at our Unison Credit Union scoreboard. The Lightning with a 7-0 lead after that Matthew Reichel 1-yard touchdown plunge just moments earlier. Third down coming up for the Rockets here. 3rd and 3 ball at the 37-yard line.
Oh, first down.
Yeah,
run,
big run and a very important run there on 3rd down. That's Jenkins again.
There you see that burst, Brett. 4 yards, but a very important first down, Brett, to get this offense kind of in rhythm a little bit. Yeah,
what you didn't want was a 3 and out after that touchdown for Appleton North. Keeping the chains moving, possessing the football, and fresh set of downs for a Neenah team looking to even this thing up here in the second round. Jenkins again with a handoff, looking for some space in the middle of that defense of Appleton North. Again, you look at what the North defense has done this season. Well, they lost 35-31 in week 1 and then 26-20 in week 4, but check out what the opponents have scored. Preble in week 2, 6 points. Kaukauna week 3, 7 points. Neenah, 7 points in week 5. Appleton East, 9 points in week 6. Oshkosh West, 7 points in week 7. Fond du Lac, 7 points in week 8. Oshkosh North, 8 points in week 9. And no points surrendered to Hudson last week. That's pretty good defensive effort, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely.
Play action. Look at this. There's a big guy down there, number 48, Bryce Brownell, the senior fullback, getting a touch.
And more importantly, a first down and into Appleton North territory.
Look at Brownell, 5'10", 220-pound senior fullback. Nice little play fake, and he was wide open in the flat. I'm guessing Bryce is the son of Andy Brownell, the Neenah girls basketball coach.
Probably.
Not too how far away is girls basketball ready to tip off, right?
Yeah. It's a week away, basically.
Andy Brownell's going to have a nice team with the Rockets, led by Allie Zabel, just a sophomore, getting a whole lot of college looks. That's going to be a fun time, boys and girls basketball. There's Young looking for a block by Jenkins. He bounces outside, cuts it, and a good run by Young, and the Rockets on the move. Good job, Ricardo Young, reading his blocks, and Jenkins getting in front of him and creating some space.
A very manageable 2nd down and 3, Brett. So 7-yard gain from Young. Again, showing the patience and letting that blocking develop for him.
Ball at the 34-yard line.
Back to throw.
Yeah, going deep downfield, looking for his intended target. That was number 41, Luke Keller, a sophomore tight end. But Young overthrowing that, and that brings up a 3rd down. And I think you're right, Ricardo, on that first down run. So now you feel comfortable calling that. Again, Neenah I guess you could say not really known for more definitely a rushing team than a passing team. So chance to maybe catch the Lightning napping there defensively on 2nd and short. Now you have 3rd and short.
Nothing wrong with taking a shot.
Knowing that you still have 2 downs to pick up these 4 yards. Handoff, Jenkins, and 4th down now coming up. Maybe a yard, so 4th and 3.
I think you're right, Brett. I don't know if there was minimal gain on that. We'll call it 4th and a short 3 at the 34.
Well, what do you do here? Big 4th down coming up for the Rockets. Down 7-0 here in the second quarter. Doing a good job of staying on the field and making sure that high-powered offense of Appleton North stays on the sideline. Young looking. Again, looking for, I think he wanted to maybe looking for his fullback going downfield and caught it. Wow. 24 on the catch. That's Trevor McGinnis, the junior, listed actually as a quarterback and an outside linebacker, but the 6'3", 180-pound McGinnis, Ricardo, giving Young a target. I think initially he was maybe thinking Brownell again, but Young keeping that play alive, and good job by McGinnis, the concentration to come up with a tough catch, ball at the 11.
23-yard gain. Brett, you know, it's one of those plays where you're asking a lot for the defense to keep defending that long. Nice rollout by Young and finding the open receiver.
Yeah, I was actually watching Brownell the entire time, so when he kind of stopped and was trying to see who he was looking for downfield and found McGinnis, so good look by Young, and now Jenkins trying to squeeze through, pushes his way inside the 5. Looks like they're going to mark him at the 4. Good hard running by Jenkins. 2nd down, and Ricardo, the Rockets can get a first down here. I think at the 1 is where the sticks are at. So a chance for the Rockets here to even this one up. So an impressive answer to Appleton North's first score. The Rockets on the doorstep here. Young, he hands off to Jenkins and wrestled down, ball at the 3. So 3rd and 2 coming up.
Yeah, 2 yards away from that first down, Brett. By the way, Freedom leading Little Chute 3-0. Kimberly up now 14-0 over Chippewa Falls. That's late in the first.
Well, Ricardo, it's 2 plays to either get in the end zone or get that first down. If you were the Rockets, let's see Young. He's looking. Whoa, little pop pass. Oh, it's caught. 3-yard score. That's McGinnis. Young faking like he's going to run, then jumps up, finds McGinnis for the 3-yard touchdown, and a PAT away from tying this thing up.
Oh, the tricky Rockets. And that's Trevor McGinnis, I take it?
Yes.
Nice drive for the Rockets and good answer for them.
First points allowed of the playoffs for the Rockets. Number 27, Grant Dean with the PAT. And as we look at our Unison Credit Union scoreboard, we are all tied up 7 apiece here with 7:08 remaining in the second quarter. Boy, that is a heck of an answer. Nice drive, and really used a lot of that clock, too. Folks, we got a great deal right now on a digital subscription to the Post-Crescent. Actually, all of our USA Today Network Wisconsin sites for the next 6 months. You can get all the benefits included with a digital subscription for just $1. That includes full access on your desktop, tablet, and mobile devices every day. The e-edition, a digital replica of the print edition, is also included. Please help play a vital role in supporting local journalism that you and your community can trust. Learn more details and sign up for a digital subscription at postcrescent.com/subscribe. Again, 6 months, $1. That $1 helps us do stuff like this for you tonight.
12 plays, 70 yards on that touchdown drive for Neenah Bread. McWanago and who else? Arrowhead up. Or I should say McWanago and Arrowhead tied 7-7. It's on the other side of the bracket in D1.
Kickoff to bounces, and that's 35, grabbing it. That's Reichel, and trying to slip through, but brought down. So we got a good game here going on, Ricardo, at Paul Engen Field. What an answer. 12 plays, you said. 70 yards to answer the Appleton North score. Ends it with a little pop pass from Matt Young to Trevor McGinnis, 3 yards out. And now we're going to see what Appleton North wants to do. Not that bunch formation we saw throughout the last scoring drive. Spreading it out a little bit, and Scheckelman looking down, and Heron with a nice catch. Incomplete. Nope, the official's saying incomplete, so 2nd and 10.
Wisconsin Dells and Berlin all tied up at 7. That's in the second quarter. Again, thank you for those scores being sent in to us.
You know, Mike Sherry and I were talking about where is Wisconsin Dells High School, and he's right. If you're going in on 23, go through downtown, and then instead of turning left towards Noah's Ark, you keep going straight, and then it's back. It's a new high school. The old high school is when you kind of come into town. That's now the middle school. And whoa, nothing doing there for Reichel. Physical defense of the Rockets. And look at this, 3rd and 10 now coming up.
Bayport up 14-7 over Marquette, Brett.
Yeah, Bayport expected, I guess, to win that game when you look at the seedings and what awaits them. Presumably a date with the top-ranked team in the state in Franklin in level 3. Or I should say the state quarterfinals. Toss to Martini. Let's see what Martini can do. Wow, good job by the Rockets. Swarming and bringing down the big Lightning running back. And how about that for the Rocket defense, a 3 and out.
Martini held to 3 yards on that one, yeah, Brett, and a good defensive play by the Rockets. This is, you know, again, football's a game of momentum, and right now Neenah seems to be grabbing that momentum. We'll see if that kind of carries over on the offensive drive again.
Grant Dean, number 27, and number 7, Dane Newman back to receive the punt. Nice high punt. Fair catch. Signal. They're going to let that one bounce. And it looks like we're going to spot this ball inside the 25. Nope, they're going to get it, say, at the 26. So 1st and 10. Well, the official's still kind of thinking things over. Let's call it Ricardo the 27, actually. 1st and 10 now for the Rockets at their own 27-yard line. So, yeah, touchdown drive. The 3 and out, and now a chance to put another nice drive together, and I think you are exactly right. Momentum favoring the team in the red and white right now. Jenkins has it. Not much there up the middle. Maybe a yard. 2nd down coming up.
Muskego and Sussex Hamilton. Muskego leading 10-0. That's according to our buddy Mark Stewart.
He covering that one?
Yeah, and I saw him at the tennis state team championships where Neenah girls won the tennis state championship. Hopefully I can touch on that a little bit. I was down there to watch that great match for them. They beat Divine Savior Holy Angels.
Also a chance maybe to profile Varsity Roundtable coming up next week, and I think there might be some Neenah tennis representation on the show.
Absolutely.
Young, whoa, gets rid of it to Brownell, but nothing doing there. That's number 32 for the Lightning. Brennan Cade, again, the senior linebacker, bringing down Brownell. So 3rd and long coming up for the Rockets.
Yeah,
and
Brennan.
The North defense rising to the occasion here.
The pressure by Ethan Hansen, number 72 by Appleton North, kind of forced that throw a little too quick for Young's taste, and that allowed, you know, kind of the swarm to the ball for Appleton North. Good defensive play. Ball's right at the 28.
Boy, beautiful night here, isn't it? In northeast Wisconsin. Breezy, but not too chilly. And that's good for our guy, Jim Rosandick. Rosie, he's braving the elements. He's all bundled up, but he looks pretty good down there. And the Rockets, Ricardo, want to take a second time out. So 1 remaining for Neenah with 4:07 here to play. There's a good shot at the wind here coming out of the north.
Middleton up 7-0 over Wisconsin Rapids. That's from our buddy Zach Bellman up in the Wausau area. See if I can get some other scores here. Fond du Lac, Sun Prairie, all tied up at 7, Brett. Wagner Lang, that's a name we know.
Yeah.
9-yard touchdown catch. That's from our buddy John Mason over at the Madison paper.
You know, wouldn't that be something if Fond du Lac makes a run? Because we saw Fond du Lac in back-to-back weeks taking it on the chin against Kimberly and then Appleton North. And after that North game, I thought maybe they're looking kind of dead, but they're making a comeback.
End of the first quarter, we just got an update from there, Brett. Fond du Lac 14, Sun Prairie 7.
Wouldn't that be something? Here come the Cardinals, right? Playoff time. They sneak in. They win to get in, and here they go. So a good bounce back after that tough loss to North, and intercepted. Intercepted. That's number 53 for
Brock Arndt.
The Lightning. Yep,
Look
Brock
at him
Arndt.
go.
Is he going to go in? He is out of bounds. I think at the 5. The sophomore linebacker, Johnny on the spot. I think we'll say he ran that from the 41 officially down to the 5-yard line. So what, a 36-yard return?
Yeah, and Brett, I mean, that was a nice play by Arndt. I'll tell you what, I thought the North defender got there maybe a split second too early. But, when a bang-bang play like that, referee's letting them play in a night. That doesn't take away anything at all from that nice interception and run back, though, by Arndt.
And now nothing cute here. They're going to get back to that power formation and give it to Martini as he looks to get into the end zone, spinning his way, and he's in from 5 yards out. Wow. Breaking tackles and pushing his way in. So one play, 5 yards after the interception, and the Lightning now back on top.
Going to update my Twitter on that Martini touchdown. You can follow me at PC Ricardo, Rosie at Metal Rosie, and PC and Brett at PC Brettsy.
Caden Pop back out for the PAT. And it's good. So with 3:49 remaining here in the second quarter, as we look again at our Unison Credit Union scoreboard, Appleton North back on top 14-7. Fun game going on here at Paul Engen Field. Second round matchup, FVA rivals. And the Kazoos are out again. Appleton North has qualified for the playoffs every full season since 2004. Its best showings over that span came in 2009 and 2017 when it advanced to the state semifinals. Looking at Neenah coach Steve Young also as you look at playoffs. He's a 1986 graduate of Neenah High School, by the way, in his 9th season already leading the Rockets. He's led Neenah to the WIAA playoffs in every full season since 2014. And I kind of use that as a qualifier every full season because you look at last year, kind of a weird playoff system there.
I'm looking at this timeline here, and I'm not sure. I'm following John Mason. It was 14-7 after the first quarter. I think the Cardinals might be up 21-7 now off an interception return for a touchdown. I'm going to verify it.
Watch out. Now, wait, the Cardinals, which Cardinals?
Oh, I'm sorry. Fond du Lac Cardinals.
Yes.
You're right. I forgot about that. But this is what I was saying to Mike Sherry before. Sun Prairie just got past Verona in that regular season finale, 35-28, or 35-31, or something. That score was around there. Then Fond du Lac goes and basically whips Verona 33-13 in that opening round game. And I thought, they have a good shot. Fondy has weapons, Brett. We know this.
They do. But like I told you, after they got hammered by this Appleton North team, they did not look the part of a team that was going to make any sort of a playoff run. Did you think so back then? I mean, they looked worn out. As Young looking to fight his way forward. And I think he actually might have lost a yard ball at the 19th, 2nd and 11. But yeah, wouldn't that be something? All of a sudden, Fond du Lac catches fire. You look at the winner of that game, Fond du Lac Sun Prairie. Ricardo plays either Wisconsin Rapids or Middleton. And that could be a favorable matchup. And this is also the time of year we talk about it all the time, right? Strength of schedule, conference. We all know the Fox Valley Association, one of the top leagues in the state year in and year out.
Ooh, Bayport up 21-7 over Marquette. Again, I want to verify that Sun Prairie Fond du Lac score, so I'm hoping to get an update here officially.
And let's see here. It looks like the Rockets were going to burn that final timeout of the first half.
Hey, look at this. And we kind of felt that this might have happened. Anybody who's familiar with the Northeastern Conference knows that in the playoffs, a team like Little Chute always seems to be a pest. They even take those long runs into the finals. All tied up. 5:35 left in the first half, 3-3 with Freedom. I'm not shocked at that at all.
No, and I'm expecting that one to be a real low-scoring game. It's such a good rivalry, and you mentioned it in your preview of looking at these second-round games. It doesn't matter the sport; it is one of the better rivalries here in the Appleton Fox Valley region. It's always fun. We saw Little Chute in Wrightstown. I think that was week 5 or 6, and Little Chute, they were blank 16-0, really kind of struggling offensively. But I think they finally started to put things together here down the stretch, getting into the playoffs, and had a nice win last week against O'Connell Falls.
To me, Little Chute underperformed a little bit this year. I expected them to be better. Maybe this is when it happens.
Yeah.
Better late than never, my friend.
You said it doesn't matter in the Northeastern Conference. Those teams always seem to make long playoff runs, so we'll see who gets through.
Oh, was that Arndt again?
Yeah.
Nice big tackle.
Not getting through is Matt Young, so third and long coming up for the Rockets as the clock continues to tick here late in the second quarter. Big opportunity here, Ricardo. Boy, if you're Appleton North, get off the field, get your offense back on. Maybe you can put another touchdown or at least a field goal back into the back end of this second quarter and have a 2-score lead going into the break.
Other scores around the area: Notre Dame down to Menasha 14-6. Again, the only team that beats Menasha is themselves in so many occasions. That's what I wrote. Third down 11 for Neenah from the 19.
Young's got time, throws downfield, and it's open. Yeah. Boy, tough throw across the field. That's number 3, Jackson Schloman, the junior wideout.
Brett, that was a critical third down and long. They were able to convert and get that first down, keep this drive going.
Well, at the very least, you keep Appleton North back, keep that offense off the field. Yeah, that was a tough throw. Good job by that front to give Young just enough time to find Schloman wide open. Risky throw, too, going to the other side of the field, but good completion. 1st and 10 for the Rockets. No timeouts remaining. Jenkins in motion, and there's going to be a swing pass to Jace Jenkins, and he's looking to maybe get out of bounds, and nope, they're going to keep the clock running. He's going to be short of the first down by a yard, so clock will continue to run. Can't stop it to reset the chains.
Looks like Mukwuna goes up 14-7 over Arrowhead.
Actually 2 yards shy. 2nd and 8, ball at the 2nd and 2, I should say, ball at the 42-yard line.
Berlin down now 14-7 to the Dells. 2nd down and short for Neenah.
Oh, nice job by Young. He keeps it. Look at this. Boy, just tripped up finally. That was number 20 for the Lightning, Leo Fisher, the senior defensive back, tripping up Young. Otherwise, Ricardo, that could have been a much bigger gain, but a good job. And now Young just spikes the ball to stop the clock, but he really sold that fake. I thought Jenkins had it.
Nice fake, 14-yard gain, Brett. Now they're in Appleton North territory. You got time. Remember the high school game. After every first down, clock stops for them to reset everything. Muskego up 24-0 over Hamilton.
Ball at the 43-yard line for Neenah. 2nd and 10. Young. Now he's on the move, and he can run. And nope, instead he throws it. Nice pitch and catch to number 17, Ben Basler, the senior wide receiver. And I think that's a first down. Boy, Young, he's tough, isn't he? I mean, he's fast, and you have to honor the fact that he can run. So he's got that opening, and you kind of have to come up and see. You have to make a decision, and he hits Basler for the first down. Ball at the 32-yard line, and the clock stops with 56.7 seconds to go.
Brett, so it wasn't official. It looks like Sun Prairie and Fond du Lac are tied now, 14-4 in the second quarter. This is where I had to go officially. I didn't know. I was reading off different timelines. I didn't know who was what.
So who's the official timeline there?
I don't know. I'm going by John Mason, but I think Sun Prairie also has.
Boy, handoff to Jenkins goes nowhere. How about 57 coming in? Nathan Schopp, the senior defensive lineman.
Well, this is a situation that Neenah doesn't want to be in. Second down and long.
No,
time ticking away, Brett.
Yeah, no timeouts left. And they're going to have to go to the air here.
Look out.
Watch out. Oh, down goes Young, and you got to give, was that 76?
78, I thought?
Or was that Wes King? One of the captains, senior, 6'5", 281-pound defensive lineman, and now, boy, if you're the Rockets, what do? I think the Appleton North is just going to let it wind down. Do you even bother to snap the ball here? So Young,
they're going to attempt
a little Hail Mary.
Yeah.
Young clocks the ball, brings up 4th down now with 1.1 second remaining.
Yeah, 4th and 23, Brett. So that was a 10-yard sack by King, who, by the way, does double duty, also plays on the offensive line for Appleton North.
Yeah, he is. Was he one of your Elite 11?
Yes, he was.
There you go.
Wrightstown down 14-0 against Catholic Memorial, giving them a little better game than I thought they would.
Yeah, you said in your preview that they could be a contender to win D2 or D3.
They could.
Talking about good. Catholic Memorial, yeah.
Amherst up 14-0 over Kewanee.
So here you go. This should be fun. 4th down. No time left. Young scrambles, and he's just going to let it. He's going to tuck it in. He's going to run. See how far he can go. Cuts it back. Watch out. Looking for some blocks. Still on his feet, and finally brought down. And no, there's a fumble. There's a fumble. And the Lightning back. That's all you need. Is that Young? Is he here? No, Jace Jenkins is down, and he's rolling around.
What a crazy way to end the first half. Crazy to start it, crazy to end it.
Well, we have a Lightning down now here on this side. Looks like number 32 for Appleton North, Brennan Cate, the talented senior linebacker. Well,
I think Neenah gets the ball back to start the second half, I believe.
Well, wild end of that half, and looked like Young had some space looking for some blocks, but finally brought down. I tell you what, let's take another break. We'll kind of regroup, and we've got a lot to talk about as we get back. Some digital offerings, a whole bunch of good stuff coming up here on postcrescent.com. We'll be right back after these short messages. Welcome back to Paul Engen Field. We look at our Unison Credit Union scoreboard halftime here at in the second round playoff game. Lightning leading the Rockets 14-7. Ricardo, this is not a good look here. Boy, that is a good member of the Lightning defense on that last play of the half. Brennan Cate, number 32, the senior linebacker, gingerly walking off the field. That's a big loss for Rob Salm and his
that
group.
Doesn't look good.
Oh, he's a good player. I hate to see it. It was looked like it was going to be set up for a Hail Mary. Matt Young, the Rockets quarterback, tucks it in and had a lot of space in front of him, and got a little crazy there. Jace Jenkins, he came up slow for the Rockets, and as you can see here, Brennan Cate now being helped off the field. So hopefully the young man will be all right. But not looking like he's going to be able to play the rest of this game for sure. And that is, I hate to see it. Good player. He's made some nice plays here this first half. Again, thank you to our playoff sponsor, Unison Credit Union. Unison proudly provides the people and businesses of Northeast Wisconsin with exceptional banking services and trusted financial guidance delivered by friendly experts. Also, thank you to our apparel sponsor, Cooney's Embroidery and Sportswear. They have the skills and experience to customize your apparel and spread the word about your organization. Contact them today at 920-731-0922 or send them an email at Cooney's, COONEYS 0922 at sbcglobal.net. One more plug, Ricardo. USA Today Sports Plus is a new sports app that puts the fans first. Get the latest scores, stats, and standings, and enjoy interactive experiences with our award-winning sports writers. Download USA Today Sports Plus from the Apple or Google Play stores today. USA Today Sports Plus, fan harder. What do you got?
St. Mary Springs up 10-7 over Cedar Grove, Belgium. Bayport now up 28-7 over Marquette.
Like the Pirates heading to the state quarterfinals. Yeah.
And I'll try to update those sports or those halftime scores as much as I can.
Yeah, and again, the winner of this one plays either Kimberly or Chippewa Falls. At last check, looked like Kimberly was having its way with Chippewa Falls.
Here's an interesting score. Middleton up 7-0 over Wisconsin Rapids. So Rapids keeping it close. That's at the half.
Well, you look at the Valley Football Association last week. Kind of took it on the chin, didn't they? We streamed the Kimberly.
Yeah.
We streamed the Kimberly DC Everest game. That was a 40-0 Papermakers win. Stevens Point losing by 1 to Chippewa Falls at Gerke Field over in Stevens Point. And then, of course, Neenah taking down Wausau West handily last week as well. So we were kind of singing the VFA's praises last week.
See what happens?
You know, thinking, wow, they really had a nice season, some good showings. But then the playoffs come and 3 of the 4 get bounced. So we'll see if the Red Raiders of Wisconsin Rapids can keep things moving along. But I know we got some things coming up, Ricardo. As you're going through some scores, I'll talk about Monday night is our Clubhouse Live show. That is our weekly Packers show, our award-winning Packers show. I co-hosted along with you. Rosie's part of the production crew. Takes place 6:30 p.m. live from the Clubhouse Sports Pub and Grill inside the Paper Valley Hotel downtown Appleton. No tickets needed. Admission is free. First come, first seated. Our co-host is Green Bay Packers wide receiver Alan Lazard. I've been told that Alan will be he's good to go, and he'll be at the show on Monday night, so it'll be good to see the Lizard King back. We didn't have him last week. Actually, we had Packers Hall of Famer Johnny Gray, just because of the short week with the Packers getting ready to take on the Cardinals last night, I should say. Boy, what a game that was.
Yeah. Came
down to the end. Rasul Douglas with the game-clinching interception in the end zone, defending A.J. Green. Some miscommunication between Kyler Murray and A.J. Green there.
And this is a Bears fan talking. I thought that was a great win for Green Bay. Those Thursday night games are just weird, sometimes, but don't take anything away from the Packers. They came in with I don't want to say their B team because, anytime you have Rodgers playing, they ain't no B team.
Yeah.
But they gutted out that win. The defense made the play when it had to. I didn't like the way that Rodgers' drive ended, that kind of set up that, but hey, it don't matter. W's is all that matters, Brett.
Especially with how banged up they were with the COVID issues that were going on with the team without having their defensive coordinator. But a lot to talk to, a lot to catch up with Alan. Alan was obviously in the news, our co-host, so we'll kind of see what's going on there and chat with him about that as well. But I know he's good. Everything's good with him. But just the way it is with the NFL protocols right now, and it's just the world we live in. So. Come and check it out. Again, live at 6:30 from the clubhouse in the Paper Valley Hotel, downtown Appleton. Alan will be bringing a teammate guest, and looking forward to seeing who that will be as well. And talking some Packers football. They have another big game coming up next Sunday against the Kansas City Chiefs. If you can't be there in person, we do stream it live online as well. All of our platforms, all of our websites, including postcrescent.com, all of our Facebook pages. Our clubhouselive.com, you can watch it. Facebook.com/clubhouselive. Give it a like, please. Facebook.com/Packers News. and our USA Today Network Wisconsin YouTube channel. Subscribe to that as well, if you don't mind. What else you got there, Ricardo?
I'm just trying to get some of these scores. It looks okay. Another team that we like to keep track of is Brillion, right?
Yeah.
So Brillion is down by 1 point at Wittenberg-Burnham Wood, 7-6. That's
Chargers.
The latest score we have on that. Again, if you have scores, please send them to me at PC Ricardo or Brett at PC Brett C. And then if you just want to follow Rosie, you can at Metal Rosie.
By the way, you mentioned getting back quickly to the Packers game. Maybe you'll disagree with me. I do not know how replay could overturn that Aaron Jones touchdown. There was not indisputable, conclusive video evidence that would suggest that he was stopped short. There just wasn't, unless they're looking at a different angle than what any of us saw on the replays on TV.
And that's, I think,
thought
again,
he was in.
Inconsistent. I mean, there's
terribly inconsistent.
I think you and I, sports fans, you and the announcer, you never know what. That, I think, is the most maddening thing about, and I love pro football, but that's the most maddening thing about pro football is inconsistency. Not just at that, what's pass interference, what's offensive pass interference, what's not. Sometimes the catch stuff, or did the ball hit the ground? I think that in and itself lends it to be kind of like a questionable thing no matter what. Either way, you're going to look at it that way.
Yeah.
Perhaps Cardinals fans think different. I don't know. It's tough to say.
I know even Mike Pereira came on and said, I don't know how you can overturn that. It didn't.
But they did.
They did, and I thought that was a terrible decision, obviously, and that would have obviously put the game away much sooner than needing a Rasul Douglas INT to seal it. But you're right, a great win, and enough with the NFL and the player safety talk. When you're playing Thursday night football, right? I mean, these guys are banged up as it is now. Usually Thursday night football those are stinker games. That was actually a very competitive, fun game.
And I thought it would be that way, but still, your Thursday night games just lend itself to be goofy because players aren't. We've talked to Alan and other players about this. They're not healthy, or they're not recovered from the previous Sunday's games.
When we talked to Johnny Gray on Monday, I asked him back when he played, and he was a hard-hitting safety, how long did it take for your body to get better? And he said by Thursday it finally started to feel a little bit like I was getting normal, and then I'm going out there again and playing while my body's finally starting to feel better. It's ridiculous.
But when you see the billions
of dollars, almighty dollar, isn't
it? Hey, Amazon, or at first Amazon, now it's Fox, but like billions of dollars are being paid for those Thursday night games. It's tough for those owners to say no.
Yeah, I know. So anyway, but off of our soapbox here, but we've got some stuff coming up Wednesday night. R&B show and the podcast.
And we're hoping to have our regular edition of the R&B show, and then the week following we'll have another one-on-one series. By the way, if you haven't checked out Lucky Wirtz's one-on-one series, please check that out. Just go to Google, Stitcher, or iTunes, and you'll find the R&B show. And become a subscriber. We had great one-on-ones with him and Bruce, with Lucky Wirtz and Bruce Moriarty, and then the regular R&B show. We're hoping to have quarterfinal matchups and predictions, coming up this Wednesday. Also later on Wednesday, Brett, we have Varsity Roundtable. Now, I've talked to them, and they're going to be on Sophia Pape and Shelby Roth of Neenah, the doubles girls team that not only won the doubles title in individual state tennis, they had the deciding match in the team state tennis that netted Neenah their first state championship since 2016. I went down to the Nielsen. By the way, Nielsen's tennis stadium was a nice facility. Beautiful to watch it from there. They beat a very good Divine Savior Holy Angels team. It went down to that final match, and those girls, boy, you had to feel good knowing that you had your state champion doubles team to decide it all. They did. They're very good. They're very good quotes. So we can't wait to have them on this next upcoming Wednesday at 7 o'clock.
Good. That should be fun. And we will be streaming a game next Friday night, a state quarterfinal game. Just don't know where that's going to be. But I'll announce the matchup early next week on my Twitter account. Give me a follow at PCBrettC. It could be a rematch of Kimberly-Neenah, Kimberly-Appleton North perhaps in the next round. But we'll kind of see how things play out. But definitely going to be streaming actually the next 2 weeks, the state quarterfinals and the state semifinals. Really gets into the nitty-gritty then, doesn't it? And it really gets to be a lot of fun. So can't wait for that as well.
Here's an interesting score, Brett. You want an interesting score? You're going to get an interesting score. Oak Creek up 7-2 over Franklin.
7-2?
7-2. So there's obviously a safety in there. But that's the score out of that. That's a big one. Franklin,
that's
number one ranked team.
Too, isn't it? Franklin Oak Creek. Yeah.
They're next. Anybody familiar with? They're next to each other, the two communities.
Well, wouldn't that be something? A funny thing happened on the way to a Kimberly Franklin, Neenah Franklin, Appleton North state semifinal, or a Bayport. You never know. Bayport. Don't forget about those guys. They're waiting in the wings possibly as well.
Late in the second quarter, Menasha up 28-12 over Notre Dame. So it looks like it's the Menasha team that ain't messing around. Showed up tonight. That's the Menasha team we like to see because we think Menasha. And I mentioned this in my column, when they don't make mistakes and sloppy play and penalties, they can beat anybody.
Yeah, with A.J. Korth as their quarterback.
Yeah, they're taking it to Notre Dame. Let me see if I can get some of these other scores. Like we mentioned, Bayport up 28-7 over Marquette. That's an interesting game because everyone has been about Bayport this year. Right? They had the early loss.
We saw them in
Pulaski, right?
Well, to De Pere.
To De Pere, that's what it was.
We streamed that game.
All they've done is won every game since then, Brett.
Yeah, I know. They've nobody's talking about them. Maybe folks should start talking about them. By the way, you can access our previous Game of the Week live streams on our USA Today Network Wisconsin websites. Just go to the sports section and scroll down until you see the Watch Our Varsity Game of the Week Prep live streams link, and you can watch a replay of that Bayport De Pere game. That was a wild finish, too. It ended with a goal line stand by De Pere to win the game.
Great game, one of the best ones we've done.
Redbirds playing tonight in a second-round game. They have a really good quarterback in Hammond and a team that won the Fox River Classic Conference North.
At the half, Freedom Little Shoot 3-3
game. Wow.
And then at the half, again, St. Mary Springs 10, Cedar Grove, Belgium 7. Also, we have an update from Kimberly, 14-0 at the half over Chippewa Falls. I thought they had a very interesting win over Spash. I fully thought Spash would have been the one playing Kimberly, but good win for Chippewa Falls. Also, I think they're the Cardinals, aren't they? Or
they are. Okay. A lot of Cardinals out there.
Yeah, there are, aren't there?
Although in Sun Prairie, they're about ready to open up another school, right?
So I think it's next season they become 2 schools.
Yeah, so you have the Sun Prairie East and West. I can't forget how it's set up, but one of them will remain the Cardinals. I forget what the new school is going to be called.
Here's an interesting score. St. Croix Falls 10 out of the Middle Border Conference. We speak of them in high respect. They're leading Stratford 10-7 at the half. Stratford, obviously a team that we cover in the central region of the state. I love this time of year, Brett, when I can update. Oh, Bayport's now up 35-7. Ooh. That's looking really good for the Pirates right there, Brett, for them to move on. And in that way, let's see where they would be here. Bayport then would play either the winner of Franklin Oak Creek, and again, Oak Creek is winning.
I'm telling you,
would that be interesting?
Wouldn't that be something that somehow Bayport sneaks into the state semifinals and plays one of these teams, either North, Kimberly, or Neenah? That would be a fun matchup.
Who had that in their brackets, Bayport and Oak Creek?
Hey, as long as I'm thinking about it, I just want to update everybody on the Northeast Wisconsin High School Sports Awards show. Planning is now beginning for our next spring's big awards show, and Ricardo, I think you're going to love hearing this, and everybody out there as well. Good news, we are returning to an in-person show after 2 years of being virtual. Right now, the plan is to have the show sometime in May at the Lambeau Field Atrium up in Green Bay. We'll have a featured speaker with a Q&A, and we're going to kind of get back to the way we used to do things. Really can't wait for that, and it's just fun to get planning underway, and it feels good to.
We love that. We love that setup there at the atrium.
Feels good to have a little normalcy when it comes to all the virtual stuff, and hopefully that can remain the case moving forward. But look for more details on that down the line. Our fall nominees are going to have to come out. Well, we're going to wait till the end of the football season, obviously, to kind of figure that out. But look for that maybe early December, the fall nominees for our Northeast Wisconsin High School Sports Awards show, and we'll also update you on who our guest speaker will be as well.
Brett, this is interesting. Again, I love Twitter because you're able to get really detailed, I added context to some of these scores. Now, this is from Oak Creek's athletics site, okay. They're official. That they're up 7-2. You want to hear how this happened? Obviously, Franklin quarterback is that Burkett kid who's a Badger recruit. They had a sack as time expired on 3rd and 1. The Burkett kid fumbled it, and Oak Creek took it back 96 yards for the touchdown to go up 7-2.
Well,
so that's a switch of 14 points.
Yeah. Appleton North fans know Burkett very well. Talk about what he did in that Week 1 matchup. That was right here, I believe, too. Franklin coming to Appleton North in kind of a very high-profile Week 1 game.
Good scores. I just love hearing all these updates, and hopefully we'll get a whole bunch more. Again, if you have an update and you're watching live and you get something or listening to a radio or whatever, again, at PC Ricardo, at PC Brett C.
Don't forget about Rosie.
And thank you, Josh Young. Josh Young has been helping us out. Coach Young here, giving us some 8-player scores. Gilman 14-0 over Prairie Farm. Luck 36-0 over Shell Lake. And obviously the 8-man team around here, St. Mary Catholic, they had too much of enrollment, though. You have to be 200 below enrollment to participate in that
do you really?
tournament. Yes, and they had they probably had close to 300 kids because they were a combined team with Valley Christian. But that team was incredible, St. Mary Catholic.
I have not seen an 8-player football
it's
game.
Fun. You've never seen it?
I've not seen an 8-player game.
It's
no.
very prevalent. You know this is very prevalent in Texas. Because they have very little towns and there's so much distance between for them to co-op, so they just have 8-man teams.
Yeah, it's really growing in Wisconsin, hasn't it?
Yes.
It's very interesting to see some of these programs. I remember covering St. Mary Catholic back then. It was St. Mary Central when they had they snuck into the playoffs back in the early 2000s, I want to say, and Dave Mickle-Cabbage was part of that crew, and his brother Robert. And Cal Stanky, I think, was part of that. Of course, Dave, now the athletic director at Fond du Lac. So the Zephyrs. Hey, folks, again, digital subscription right now to the Post Crescent, all of our USA Today Network Wisconsin sites. 6 months for $1. You can see the information also on the scroll at the bottom of the screen, but you can't go wrong. Really would appreciate your support. $1 doesn't buy you much, but it buys you a 6-month digital subscription. Ricardo, I know you love that deal.
It's a great deal. How can you pass it up? I mean, come on. Brett, a couple of stats here I have for Neenah. Young, 9 of 12 for 88 yards. 12 carries, 70 yards as well for Young. And for Appleton North, hey, the big guy that's been for them is Martini. 10 carries, 70 yards. Obviously, we know the 2 touchdowns.
Rundown of the scoring. Appleton North, a 1-yard touchdown run by Reichel in the first quarter. Neenah answering with a 3-yard pass from Young to McGinnis. That was a pop pass. That tied it up at 7 apiece. And then off the turnover, just a 5-yard run by Cal Martini with 3:49 to play in the second quarter. And that's where we stand as we look at our Unison Credit Union scoreboard. Lightning on top, 14-7.
I think, Rosie, you had the camera on was it an injured Appleton North player?
Yeah, that was Kate.
Oh,
right?
it was. Okay, that's what I wanted to just verify. Thank you.
That's a loss. He's a heck of a player. We've called his name now numerous times, and it's our third live stream of Appleton North this season, and always impressed with how that young man plays. Hate to see him on the sideline.
Especially, in the postseason. That's what these kids play for.
And a senior on top of that.
See a nice big hug. He's getting a hug from one of his teammates. It's tough, and these kids work so hard to get here.
Yeah, it's Caleb Monroe, the senior defensive lineman. There's our guy, Bill Glasheen, our photojournalist. He's down there walking back and forth. You can check out a photo gallery later tonight on postcrescent.com. Bill, one of the best in the biz, right? I know Dan Powers, I think he's doing the Little Shoot Freedom game. So check out his photo gallery later tonight as well. A lot of good images from all of these second-round playoff games. Third quarter, there's a good shot of Bill. There's Bill's back. But Neenah will start this third quarter, and I guess was there a penalty to end the first half? Oh, his knee was down, yeah. I think his knee was down when he picked it up.
Uh-oh, where's that at, Brett?
Yeah, Grant Dean trying to scoop it up, but that's going to be at maybe the 6-yard line. See where they officially spot this. At the 7-yard line. But I did not see. You saw where Appleton North was kicking off, Ricardo, on Neenah's side. So there must have been a flag at the end of the first half. Long field to go for the Rockets, down 14-7. As Young fires downfield, and there's a nice throw to number 3, Jackson Schloman, the junior, and a really good throw by Young, Ricardo. He had time and just stepped into it, really led Schloman well, and a good pickup there on first down. Ball at the 15-yard line, so what an 8-yard pickup on that throw by Young to Schloman.
Yeah, 10 of 12 for 96 yards. He does have one pick. That's Young's numbers. Looks like Fond du Lac had a field goal block, Brett. Still tied 14-14 between them and Sun Prairie.
Assuming that's the correct score.
That is the correct score. I got that from Mason.
Okay. Jenkins, nice little cut back to his left, and he's got the first down right at the 20. You know, one thing we can say about the Neenah tonight, they're moving the ball.
Yeah, they are. So, you know, again, sometimes you look at the regular season score, 42-7, but teams, there's film, coaches, they think up different schemes to way to attack a defense when you have a second shot at them. Now we have a score, Brett. Sun Prairie up 21-14 over Fond du Lac.
Okay. Seems like that game's updated with scores every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Jenkins, again, bouncing it to the left. Boy, tough to bring down. Really showing some good moves there, and he gets the first down.
Yeah, he did that himself, Brett. He cut it back and was breaking tackles. 13-yard gain for Jenkins.
Hey, we got to talk about, you know, with Neenah on offense, so we got to talk about Luke Elkin, right? One of our boys, Athlete of the Year nominees, past year's Northeast Wisconsin High School Sports Awards show. He's a freshman long snapper for Iowa. Iowa's got a big game coming up against the Badgers tomorrow, right?
They
11
do.
o'clock at Camp Randall Stadium. Elkin also a boys hockey player of the nominee, also quarterback the Rockets. His dad, Mike, is the athletic director there. I've known Mike for many years, really good guy. Former Neenah standout kicker Jack Van Dyke, a sophomore kickoff specialist for the Badgers. So some Neenah representation at Camp Randall tomorrow. That should be fun. Oh, big hit. That was number 23, Brock Salm, the junior defensive back, getting into Grant Dean. Dean picks up a yard. Yeah, Van Dyke was a first-team All-State kicker, honorable mention All-State punter by the Wisconsin Football Coaches Association back in 2017. Also punted, was cornerback during his career with the Rockets. So
lots of FVA flavor with Braylon Allen, the Fond du Lac kid at running back, and then Logan Bruss at the starting right tackle for the Badgers.
Can you imagine? You see what Allen's doing right now as a true freshman, what he would be doing in the FVA if he would have stayed where he was supposed to stay.
Exactly.
Young, little pump fake going downfield. Oh!
Both the receiver and the defensive back misread those, Brett. That could have been big plays either way.
Yeah, look at Brecken Murphy, the senior defensive back, number 22 for the Lightning, trying to get his fingertips on that. 3rd and 9 now coming up for the Rockets. Yeah, but Braylon Allen, boy, I did not expect this type of production from him this soon. I don't know about you.
I thought he would figure in. I did not expect, 300-yard games in a row. I love that, though, because, Brett, he's just learning. Remember, he only had a handful of carries before his senior year at running back.
Yeah, what's he going to be like when he's a junior or senior in Wisconsin?
His junior/senior year at running back.
Man. So, yeah, it should be a fun day at Camp Randall. Young looking down and a little too high for Jackson Schloman, so the Rockets will have to punt. Stalls there at the 33-yard line, but I guess a silver lining if you're Neenah is you got out of your end zone here, and now you can maybe flip field position here based on how good this punt is.
You know, Brett, and you mentioned about Neenah moving the ball well. I mean, I showed you the glimpse of my play sheet in the second quarter. I think there's about 25 plays here for Neenah, and I think 3 or 4 for Appleton North. So,
but the big turnover leading to that
yes.
Touchdown run by Cal Martini. So what's going on here? And I think Appleton North wants to talk things over. Looks like Neenah came out offensively, Ricardo.
That was just a trigger, a timeout. Job well done. Wrightstown down 21-0 at the half against Catholic Memorial. That's not fair. Catholic Memorial plays mostly D2, D1 teams.
Yeah, that's a tough matchup.
And they're undefeated to boot. Coleman up 40-12 over Pacelli. That's a D7 game, I want to say.
7 or 6, yeah, I can't. Have you heard anything, any sort of feedback on the computerized seedings and how that went this year?
That's a good question. I haven't heard anything back. I know when Travis Wilson talked about it, he felt that pretty much went the way. There's a couple anomalies, but they did a fairly good job of getting that right.
There were some upsets, though. I mean, you look like
7-2 upsets.
Yeah.
I don't know if we've ever seen an 8-1 upset, though.
And now Young punts it away. See if it gets a nice rocket bounce, and it does.
Look at that.
Look at you talk about flipping field position. This is going to roll all the way to the 10-yard line, inside the 10. So long field now coming up for Appleton North. Seems like it's been forever since we've seen the Lightning offense on the field.
Brett, that was a 58-yard punt.
Looking like Bajorquez.
Yeah. Actually, he's a heck of a punter.
He is really good, isn't he?
And how did they get him again? They traded for him?
Yeah.
Wow. He's really good.
He's a little bit better than J.K. Scott.
A little bit, yeah.
J.K. Scott never lived up to that.
Hey now, friend of the show.
He's a friend of the show. Good guy. And there goes Martini. And look at that Neenah defense just swarming to number 44, ball at the 11. Now, here's the thing, though. You got that Neenah defense, of course, thinking about this great running attack by Appleton North, but it's going to open up something in the passing game here soon. Yeah, because Sheckelman hasn't really had to throw tonight. And you know he's got a big league arm. You know those receivers are dangerous. Yeah, and the wind, when do we see that happen? Wind's still blowing, but it's not that big of a factor. I mean, it's breezy, but Sheckelman's got a strong arm. The Northern Iowa recruit, there he goes, firing to number 19 on the outside and cuts it back inside. Boom, big hit. But number 19 is Caden Pop, his first catch of the night. The junior wide receiver, I think he's going to, he got the first down. Ball to 19. Yeah, needed 7, got 8. And first down through the air for Appleton North. Sheckelman looks to the sideline for that next play. First down and 10 at the 19 for Appleton North. They're up 14-7. Martini has it, trying to get around. Watch out. Oh, good job. There's your quarterback, Ricardo, Matt Young. And he's fired up, too. It's a good thing Young was there, Brett, because if Martini's able to break that tackle, he has a lot of green in front of him. Matt Young, 185 pounds. Martini, 228 pounds. But Young doing a good job just getting in there. Young's fast. He's athletic and wraps up and holds on for dear life and brings Martini down. Second down and 10 again at the 19. But, yeah, good job by Young. How about your quarterback getting in there, right, defensively? Yeah. He's a tough kid, coach's kid. He is, yeah. Little play fake, and Sheckelman outside to Heron and out of bounds. Good job by number 7, Dane Newman, to knock him out. So a big third down coming up for Appleton North. Ball at the 25-yard line. Third and a long 3, short 4, however you want to describe it. I think Neenah's defense has done a good job, Brett, of closing those running lanes, really making them work. I agree. I've been very impressed with what we've seen defensively of the Rockets. Sheckelman looking left the whole time. He's looking. He got all day to throw. Look at this. Way too much time is right. And good job by number 16 for Appleton North. Owen Hager, the junior wide receiver, Ricardo, he just came back. It's a scramble drill at that time. Boy, you got to give credit to the Appleton North offensive line, Brett. They gave Sheckelman plenty of time on that one. Plenty of time. Sheckelman was looking left the whole way, didn't like what he saw, and then Hager comes back to his quarterback and gives him a good target. Back breaking down there, Brett. You can't expect your defensive backs to cover that long. No, that's almost impossible. And now there comes Martini looking for some space, and just, boy, not a lot there really after that first series that Appleton North scored.
13 carries, 74 yards. I have an officially for Martini. That ball's to the 40, 3rd down and 1. Or 2nd down and 9, I should say. Gain of 1.
Like that sideline over there by Neenah and the fans behind them, they're fired up about something. They think maybe the ball came loose. Hard to say, but it's still North ball, 2nd down.
Middleton leads Wisconsin Rapids 14-0.
There's Martini again, trying to lower his shoulder, but boy, good, strong hitting by this Rockets defense. There's not much there right now for Martini. So here comes another big 3rd down for North. Ball at the 44-yard line. Close game here at Paul Engen Field, 2nd round game. Winner going to take on Kimberly Chippewa Falls. At last check, the Paper Makers were on top, 14-0 at the half.
3rd down and 5. Sheckelman.
Looking left again. Again, he's got time. Is he going to, nope, he's going to fire a nice catch. Good throw. That's Hager again, too. And a flag. What's going on here? Is that going to be a holding call? Is this coming back?
See the North offense kind of.
Oh, they're saying tripping?
That'll bring up a 2nd down and long for Appleton North then. Ball's going to be all the way back inside the 30 to the 20, well, right at the 30.
That's a big call, isn't it? I mean, you had a 1st down throw, and it was a really nice throw by Sheckelman.
So 2nd down and 19, Brett.
3rd down.
Oh, it is. So they have a loss of down as well.
No, that was a 3rd down play already.
Oh, yeah, it's true.
Yep, so 3rd down now coming up, but a huge penalty. 3rd and, what is it, 19?
3rd and 19.
Sheckelman. Nothing.
Oh, that's a face mask.
That's going to be a face mask, and here comes the flag.
Definitely a face mask.
Yep, you could see it back all the way up here.
We'll see what the officially calls, but that's what we saw up here.
Oh, yeah. You could hear the fans in front of us, the North fans saw it as well. You could just see Sheckelman's head kind of go down, inadvertent, obviously, but I think that it's got to be, what, 15 yards coming back?
Right, but is it an automatic first down?
I don't think that is the case. Is Ken the official watching tonight? What happened to Ken the official?
Maybe he's, taking some time off. I don't know. Well, I didn't see him this week.
Good thing we don't pay him.
Right. He seems to be down for if we do have a state semifinal at Titan Stadium, though.
Yeah, we'll see what comes of that. You kind of look ahead maybe. Could it be a Kimberly? Could it be an Appleton North? Could it be a Neenah playing in that game against a Franklin or a Bayport? Who knows? That's still 2 weeks away. Season's flying by, though, isn't it?
It is.
So face mask the call against the Rockets.
That's declined. Is that unsportsmanlike?
Oh, so offsetting penalties.
Oh, boy. Do it again.
Wow.
Do it up. The old do-over, Brett.
I saw the official coming over to talk to Rob Somm, the Appleton North coach. So that's a break for Neenah, isn't it, there defensively?
Kimberly up 21-0 now over Chippewa Falls.
Looking good for the Paper Makers to advance to the state quarterfinals. Or as Ricardo likes to call it, level 3.
No, I don't.
Ooh. Here comes Sheckelman now. And watch out. Gets out of trouble. Finds
another flag.
Pop still making guys miss. 4th down, but you saw a flag fly?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, there it is at the 35-yard line. Could we have, well, let's see, was it maybe a legal man downfield? Trying to see kind of where that flag was thrown.
They're talking to the Neenah captains. Or were they? Maybe not. This game is just a mess right now.
It is. Let's get back to football.
And, well, you saw Appleton North saying there was a hold against Neenah. Saw Hager motion.
And it is defensive holding.
Is that an automatic first down?
Yeah, they're moving the chains. So wow, Ricardo, huge break.
Yep.
That was 3rd and what? 19?
Yeah, and then the play was a 17-yard play.
So ball at the 49-yard line, fresh set of downs. That's a killer for the Rockets. Kind of tough, right? There's been pretty good defense in the back end. Shuckleman probably wanting to get it out a little bit faster, but at some point, like you said, it breaks down and things like that are going to happen. There's a play fake. Shuckleman on the run, going to his right, stops, looking, chased, and finally gets rid of it. Good job by 58, Sam Shear, the sophomore defensive lineman.
Hey, they're doing a great job. I'm talking about the Rockets defensive backs of covering those receivers because Shuckleman has nowhere to go. 2nd down and 10 from the 49. So you got to like how Neenah's defense has bounced back and is playing very well.
Well, and it really starts with stopping the run now. They've really done a nice job of bottling up Martini. Here's Shuckleman. Now he hands it off to Reichel. Oh, big 52. One of the first ones there to stop Reichel. That's Carson Clark, the senior inside linebacker, 6'1", 196 pounds. Stops Reichel in his tracks. 3rd down, coming up, ball at the Neenah 48. Big play here.
Oberman, that was a 78-yard touchdown run for Kimberly to put them up 21-0. He has 3 touchdowns tonight.
Sounds like that Papermakers defense doing the job as well. It's a long trip for Chippewa Falls, isn't it?
It is. Believe me, I've driven out to Chippewa Falls. St. Mary Springs up 17-14 over Cedar Grove, Belgium. That's late in the 3rd.
3rd down coming up. Big play, both sides. North needing to convert to keep the chains moving. Again, play fake. Shuckleman has somebody there. Caught! That's number 43 with the catch. Connor Hardy, the senior tight end.
Hardy had to shake it a little bit just to make sure it was the right temperature.
Kind of had to come back to it a little bit too. Nice recognition by Shuckleman. Good play call. And a big 1st down, ball at the 35-yard line.
17-yard pass play, but big. They needed 7. They got 17.
Good hands by Hardy, too.
A little hot potato.
Hey, he caught it. There's a Martini now. Boy, he's just really been bottled up. Very impressed right now with his Neenah run defense. It's a good game here tonight, isn't it?
I think so. 15 carries, 79 yards for Martini Brett. So he's had runs of 1, 4, 1, 0, and 3 yards in the second half.
I think you got to keep at it, though, don't you?
You do.
Eventually, he's going to wear you out. Look at Martini here. He's lined up wide, left side. Wonder if this will be a little screen. Here we go. And he's wanted it to Martini, but look at that. Neenah read it the entire way.
Is it Rahodi?
Rahodi, number 5. Hopefully we're saying that last name right. The junior defensive back. Bringing down Martini for a loss.
That's film work. Okay, they saw that play somewhere else in that formation, Brett. Makes a 3 and 13, loss of 4 yards on that.
Yeah, ball at the 38, so another big 3rd down coming up. And at this point, well, I guess we'll talk about it depending on what we have here in this 3rd down play, but could this be 4-down territory or?
Freedom up 10-3 over Little Chute, Brett. Long touchdown pass there for the Irish.
Shuckleman, he doesn't have time. He's going to fire. Oh, nice sideline catch. Are they going to call the catch? It is. That's Pop.
Is that a first down? That's a play of the game right there.
Oh, my goodness. What a catch. Tiptoeing the sideline there. And Shuckleman kind of giving Pop a little high five. Shuckleman on the run. There was pressure. He had to get rid of it. Threw a dart, but great hands by Pop. Ball at the 24.
Brett, they needed 13. They got 14.
Not only is that just a nice catch along the boundary, but good awareness to know where that first down marker was. Little play fake again. Shuckleman on the run and fires over to number 18 on the far side. That is Damian Borland, the junior tight end. Now you're kind of seeing this offense mixing some different guys in. We talked about this. We have a surplus of weapons, and we're seeing them all on display right now. We've seen Pop, we've seen Borland, we've seen Hardy, we've seen Reichel, we've seen Martini. All doing things on this drive.
4-yard gain on that play. 2nd down and 6. Other scores here. Wisconsin Dells now up 20-7 over Berlin. See if I can get some other ones for the folks listening or watching, I should say.
Dells are making you eat your words.
Oh,
Ricardo.
they are.
They're listening tonight. Martini toss. Looking for it. Whoa, good tackle by number 5. Again, Rahodi. That's tough when Martini starts getting moving, right? He's getting those burners going and brought down, though. 3rd down again coming up for the Lightning. How many 3rd downs have they seen this drive?
4.
Can they convert a 4th?
1-yard gain for Martini.
3rd and 4, ball at the 18-yard line. Wondering if they just want, well, they're going to have to get a playoff here pretty soon. They're looking to the sideline. Shuckleman, last instructions, hands off to Martini. Brought down hard. Whole bunch of rockets, and is Martini okay? He's going to get up.
He went down awkwardly. Woo.
So I'm kind of grabbing at that knee a little bit, but he's okay. Good to see him pop back up, and that's probably going to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Getting interesting here at Paul Engen Field. Big 4th down coming up for the Lightning. We'll talk about it as we return after this short message. Scoreboard 14-7, the Lightning with the lead, facing a 4th down to begin this 4th quarter. Ricardo 4th and 3 at the 17. Appleton North looking like they're going to go for it, obviously, but decision time too. I know they have a good kicker in Caden Pop. It's kind of tempting to bring out your field goal team, right, and make this a 2-score game. But Sheckelman's out there, Martini's out there. You see Pop as a wide receiver, Borland as your tight end. So 4th down coming up. And a chance for the Lightning looking to build on this 1-score lead. Big play here to start this 4th quarter. Sheckelman has it. He's looking, nowhere to go. He's off to the races.
Got it.
He's got the 1st down, takes the slide and gets it. Good decision by Sheckelman, Ricardo, not to force it. He's got the wheels, scrambles his way to a big 1st down.
So what, 4 third downs converted, then a 4th down conversion? So North is really, really being efficient here.
Yeah, ball to 12. Now if you're this Neenah defense, making it difficult for North, but try to force a turnover here, or at the very least hold North to a field goal. Martini inside the 10, down to about the 6. And North can still get a 1st down here.
18 carries, 85 yards for Martini.
3-yard line is where the 1st down is. So 2nd down and 3 or 4? 2nd and 4. Maybe the 1st down mark is actually at the 2, I should say, as Martini looking to get his way into the end zone, and he does from 6 yards out. That's a huge score. And Martini's second touchdown run of the game. Also a 5-yard run in the second quarter. Boy, what a drive for the Lightning.
Brett, you want to know how many plays that was?
Yeah.
20 plays, 92 yards.
Wow.
For that touchdown.
That's a heck of a drive. And how many, third downs and fourth downs were converted?
4 third downs and 1 fourth down.
Pop's PAT is good, and with 10:55 to play in this ball game, we look at our Unison Credit Union scoreboard. Appleton North now on top, 21-7. Following the 6-yard touchdown run by Cal Martini, again his second touchdown of the game, as Ricardo said, that caps a 20-play, 92-yard drive, a drive that featured 4 third downs and 1 fourth down.
Just updating my Twitter. You can follow me at PC Ricardo, Brett at PC Brettsy, and Rosie at Metal Rosie. So Wisconsin Rapids has pulled within 14-7 of Middleton.
There you go.
In the fourth quarter.
Well, let's see how the Rockets, Ricardo, respond. Down 21-7. Still a lot of time remaining in this one, 10:55. But that was a heck of a drive. You don't see that at the high school level very much, right? A team able to put together a 20-play drive.
Yeah, and I think that just, again, got to give credence, got to give kudos, really, to Appleton North's offensive line really kind of getting in there and just, taking over at the line of scrimmage.
Shuckleman made some nice throws, too, as Jace Jenkins now with the carry. Some big-time throws by your senior quarterback, one of the team captains on this team. He's one. Cal Martini is a captain. Will Schrader, Ethan Hansen, Wes King.
Second down and 4 for Neenah.
Seems like these guys have been here forever. Doesn't it? They've been playing here forever. They're going to be missed. They've been fun to watch over the years, and 10 minutes away from a state quarterfinal bid. Wow, Young, he got those pump fakes. He's telling his receiver to go down the field and throws it out of bounds. Finally, third down.
Brett,
he freezes the defender though with those pump fakes.
But Appleton North, they didn't fall for that in terms of attacking Young and opening up a passing lane. Short. They stuck with their receivers and then forced that incompletion, Brett. I thought that was fine defense by Appleton North.
So a big third down now for the Rockets. 3rd and 4, ball at the 26-yard line.
10 of 15 for 96 yards and an interception. Those are Young's numbers. They didn't have many plays in the third quarter, Brett. I only have them down for 6 plays. Quarter was dominated by North.
Roles reverse, right, from the second quarter. Young looking to his left and going to float it down the field. Almost intercepted. Boy, dangerous throw. His intended target was Jackson Schloman, but a whole bunch of blue jerseys around the football. Ricardo, 4th down. I think Neenah's got to punt it away, don't they?
Oh, this is not what you wanted. You didn't want a 3 and out. Time is against you now. 10:06 left here in regulation.
10:06, but I guess they're looking like they're going to go for it. I know you're down 2 scores, but you never know. Weird things can happen with the special teams play. Let's see what happens on this play. Young is back to receive the ball here as the quarterback, I would assume, unless he goes into punter mode.
Yeah, he is.
He's backing up now.
This makes sense. You don't want to be doing that here.
Yeah, that's too
too
far.
Punt. Oh, it takes a little bit of a Neenah bounce. They didn't look it off the foot.
Ball can be down at the 46-yard line. I'll say that would really be risky going for that 4th down that deep in your territory. Still only a two-score game with 9:54 to play, so a lot of time to remain in this one. But now here's an opportunity for Appleton North to put this thing away
yes, definitely.
with another long drive.
Arrowhead up 28-21 over Muskego.
Oh, say that again?
Yeah, Arrowhead up 28-21 over
Mukwonago.
Mukwonago, yes,
yeah,
I'm sorry.
Like, Muskego's losing?
Yeah.
I thought you said they were up big, but they're playing Hamilton.
Mukwonago, yes, I am. I apologize. I need new prescription for my bifocals here, my friend.
Any more of the Franklin Oak Creek updates?
That's what I was trying to get, but I can't seem to find them.
There's Cal Martini. Boom, hit hard. That's number 24, I think, getting in there for the Rockets. Trevor McGinnis. He has to be feeling that one, right?
Those are tough. I mean.
Martini's going to be sore after this one, too.
Working hard, that kid. Oh, boy. Looks like St. Mary Springs thwarted a potential scoring drive by Cedar Grove Belgium. They're still up over CGB.
The Rockets of Cedar Grove, Belgium. These Rockets of Neenah down 21-7, needing a big defensive play as Martini, whoa, there he goes, and on his feet, watch out. Gets the first down, but that's a good hard run. Shedding tacklers. Moves the chains and keeps the clock running. Ball at the 42-yard line.
Brett, that puts him over 100 yards. He has 103 yards on 21 carries.
103 tough, hard-earned yards tonight.
Bayport leading Marquette 42-7.
That's running clock. That's
an interesting score.
Swamico.
Hurley up 22-8 over Edgar.
Ooh, really?
They're not the midgets anymore, Brett.
Okay. There's a toss left side to Martini. Watch out.
Oh, look at Sheckelman getting the block.
Yeah, their quarterback. Look at Martini go. Still on his feet finally. No, it's still in bounds. Brought down, and he's got the first down.
Hey, Sheckelman doing it all, Brett. He was able to ward off one blocker, and in doing so, warded off a second blocker and allowed Martini to get it down, inside the 25?
Yes, down near the 23-yard line. Sheckelman channeling his inner Brett Favre right there.
Yeah.
Boy, that play looked like he was going to be dropped for probably a 5-yard loss, but Sheckelman springing Martini, and then Martini staying in. Another first down and a big gain for the senior running back.
19-yard gain. He's up to 122 yards now on 22 carries.
That's number 34, Jeremy Nelson. I think that might be his first touch of the night. Giving Cal Martini a little bit of a breather on the sideline.
And a nice gain for him as well. Takes it to the 18, so second down and 5. Call it second down and 4.
And you can see right now, Ricardo, Appleton North in no hurry, right? Taking their time, letting that play clock run a little bit. Game clock running as well. Ball to 17. You're up 2 scores. There's a handoff to Reichel. Tries to get tripped up. Ooh, breaks another tackle. Boy, now these backs are running hard, and they are breaking tackles. That's going to be close to a first down. It is. They're moving the chains.
And that's tough to ask Neenah's defense to hold on to that long bread against such a great running offense. You know, fatigue plays a factor. They've been on the field a lot in the second half. I mean, 20-play drives will do that.
Ball at the 12, and again, Appleton North just content to let this thing continue to run. In control right now, up 21-7.
Hey, Isaac Highland, grandson of Bob Highland, rumbles in from 10 yards for a score. St. Mary Springs up 24-14 in the 4th.
There's a handoff. Reichel inside the 10. Looks like stopped at the 9. Highland's going to be coaching so long his great-grandkids are going to be playing football for Springs.
Probably will be. He seemed as spry as ever, I'll tell you that, when I saw him last.
Yeah, well, he was ready to tell me to take him on in an Oklahoma drill on stage at the PAC.
He wasn't happy with you.
He wasn't happy. It was Mike Sherry's fault. No, it actually was, I think it was some erroneous information from the WIAA. And he called me on it, Bob Highland, in front of, like, 3,000 people, or how many people were there, as Martini brought down. So now I know what it feels like to have the wrath of Bob Highland.
Kimberly up 28-0 over Chippewa Falls. That's in the 4th quarter.
Coach Highland actually sent me a nice email, though, complimenting the show. He was having some fun. But he had that little twinkle in his eye, like he wanted to let me know that what I said was wrong. And I was actually it was making his resume even greater. He should have just run with it. Third down, ball at the 9-yard line. Play fake to Martini Shuckelman. He's got time again, tucks it in. Big hole up the middle, and he's in. Oh, yep, there is a flag. Maybe that's why.
There's 2 flags in the end zone as well.
Maybe that's why there was a big hole for
Brett. I see three flags down.
3 flags, yeah, Shuckelman. That was a huge hole in the middle, and he just took off. But let's see what the call is. I wonder if this is going to be an offsetting type situation. Now, I'll let everybody know. I said next week we'll be streaming a state quarterfinal game. Is that a personal foul? Chop block against
it's
North.
Both against North.
And, so you'll back up Appleton North there. But assuming that the Kimberly score holds off and this one holds off, we will be at Papermaker Stadium next week for the state quarterfinal showdown between Kimberly and Appleton North. So I'll put that out there right now. Still 5:29 remaining in this game. I think regardless, we'll be at, if it's Appleton North or Neenah, we will be at Kimberly again next weekend for a state quarterfinal game.
28-7 now is the score. Kimberly and Chippewa Falls.
Chippewa Falls put one in, huh?
They did. That was in the 4th quarter.
Looks like the Rockets will take that holding call, push Appleton North back here. So it takes the touchdown off the scoreboard. And a little trickier third down coming up now for the Lightning. You look at Appleton North, narrowly lost to top-ranked Franklin back in week 1. Seems so far ago now. That was a 35-31 setback right here at North. Saw Franklin rally Ricardo from a 31-14 deficit. 3 fourth-quarter scores. That final touchdown came with just 4 seconds remaining. Quarterback Miles Burkett, 35-yard touchdown. Of course, he's the Wisconsin commit, trying to set up a screen to Reichel, looking like he's going to score. He does! Is that a 19-yard pickup?
It is.
What a play call there, and that is going to seal this one. That's a good time to call that play.
Had me fooled. I thought it was a jailbreak going on the Neenah defensive line against Appleton's OL.
Pops PAT, yep, it sails through. And with 5:20 to go in this one, Appleton North up 28-7 as we look at our Unison Credit Union scoreboard. So Ricardo, that's Reichel's second touchdown of the night. He's got a 1-yard run and the 19-yard hookup. And that is also Shuckelman's first touchdown pass of the night. Martini has a pair of TD runs. As I said, Reichel with the run, and now Reichel with the reception. So pair of fourth-quarter touchdowns as well for Appleton North has now given the Lightning a 3-score lead and looking pretty good for Appleton North and Kimberly in a rematch in a state quarterfinal next week. Looking at the all-FVA first team, I just wanted to kind of get those out there as well. For Appleton North, Will Schrader is on there, Ethan Hansen, Wes King, Alex Herron, Cal Martini, and Matthew Sheckelman. That's your first team offense. Schrader, the offensive lineman of the year, and Sheckelman, the offensive back and offensive player of the year. For Neenah on offense, Jace Jenkins, the only Rocket making it to the first team. Defensively, for North, Wes King, Nathan Schopp, hope I'm saying that right, Will Schrader, Ben Frantel, Trent Mullen, Brock Salm, Wes King, Ricardo, the defensive lineman of the year, and also the co-defensive player of the year.
He had a great year.
Along with Will Campbell. For the Rockets, Matt Young. And that is it for Neenah. So Young and Jenkins representing the Rockets on the All-FEA first team. Congratulations to those players, actually everybody on the first teams and the second team. And honorable mention as well.
No gain on that play for Jenkins. Second down and 10 at the 20. Brad, update on Fond du Lac Sun Prairie. Fond du Lac scores, goes for 2, run has stopped, 21-20 Sun Prairie right now. That's in the fourth quarter.
Dakota Hermes, the interim coach for the Cardinals. We've seen them twice. Boy, it'd be fun to see the Cardinals in the FEA continue on.
Hey, look at this. Middleton, Wisconsin Rapids all tied at 14. Fourth quarter score.
Young hands off to Jenkins. That Rapids game at Middleton. Rosie, they still play those Rapids games at Witter Field, or does Rapids have its own field now? Rapids has its own field now. Witter Field's still there? Right there, yeah. Oh, yeah, for the Rafters, right? The Northwoods League, yeah. Rosie, of course, a Wisconsin Rapids native.
Brett, my Berlin prediction has blown up. It's 27-7 now.
Yeah, so much of the Dells. Right after you said that, the Dells took off, so they're mad at you.
I got to be quiet. I just got to shut up.
They have, from my understanding, very nice facility.
They do. I saw a picture of it. It looks beautiful.
Yeah, and basketball gym looks real nice, but turf field for Wisconsin Dells.
I heard it's a good place to vacation.
You think? Young going deep.
Oh, he had his man.
Yeah, he had it.
And I'm thinking they're going to call maybe a penalty on number 21 for Appleton North. Mullen.
A hold.
See what they have here.
It would be kind of strange growing up in Wisconsin Dells, don't you think?
Yeah, where do you
go? To high school? I guess you go to Noah's Ark. I don't know. Let's take a duck boat ride.
I think for a vacation you go down to Illinois because everyone from Illinois seems to go to the Dells.
You go to Lake Geneva or you go to Door County or the Northwoods or something. Got all that beautiful scenery of the Wisconsin Dells and the Wisconsin River, and then it's offset by a upside-down White House and some roller coasters and all this nonsense.
Quit being an old man. It's great. It's good fun.
You go in town and what is this nonsense going on here? As Young drops back.
Look out, look out.
Yep, he's got to scramble and get out of there if he can. No. Good pursuit. Way to stay with it. Trying to get a number on that is, looks like number 66 for the Lightning. Cal Hansen, the junior defensive lineman. Trying to move a rocket out of his way to bring down Young. Second down to go. Again, folks, check out Bill Glasheen's photo gallery later tonight on postcrescent.com. You'll get some great images from this one. And Ricardo, I know what was the game plan with all your stuff? You got a column coming out soon?
Yeah, and it'll be in tomorrow's, I should say Sunday's edition.
Sunday's print edition?
Yes.
What about online? Same thing?
We'll be online hopefully tonight or early tomorrow morning. I got to get going because I'm covering state cross country.
Oh, that's right. Should be a nice day tomorrow, actually. It's supposed to be sunny and pretty nice. Not
Jinx, stop it already.
Low winds, too, like very, very minimal winds.
You're jinxing it.
Should be a great day for the runners. A lot of great runners, aren't there?
Yeah, we
divisions.
have really good teams. 3 or 4 teams from the FEA are heading there. And we have one of the top runners with Austin Henderson of Neenah competing for that D1 individual boys crown.
Yeah, congrats. That's a fun event, and I got a lot of respect for those cross-country athletes. Boy, they put in a lot of work, a lot of time in the weight room, more than you think. And
we have Freedom Girls should be a contender for the D3 crown. And then, of course, Kaukauna Girls are the defending D1 state champs, and they're expected to contend for that title again this year. Brings up a fourth down situation and 4 yards for Neenah.
Some of the home faithful slowly making their way out of here. I think they're feeling pretty comfortable up 21, right, with 2:19 to go. 4th down coming up. Boy, the Rockets, they put up a fight. Oh, wow. They brought everybody. That's number 66 again, Cal Hansen. Young had no chance. Tries to drop back, set up, and you got Hansen and somebody else. A couple blue jerseys right in your face.
Hansen's had himself a big game for Appleton North, Brett.
Well, again, folks, looking like Kimberly's going to hold off, take down Chippewa Falls, and Appleton North doing the same thing here tonight. So that's going to set up a very intriguing rematch in the state quarterfinals. Kimberly and Appleton North. We will be there live streaming it next week at Papermaker Stadium. Looking forward to that one. That should be a heck of a battle. Live coverage from Papermaker Stadium will kick off at 6:45 p.m. as Reichel looking for some more space. Should be a good one.
What a win by Appleton North here, Brett. I think, the defense, kind of took it on the chin a little bit there in the second quarter. A lot of plays. They were on the field a lot, but able to really set tempo tonight, or I should say in the second half. And that offense kind of got things going, too. They really dominated the third quarter. That carried over to the fourth, Brett, and a solid 28-7 win. I think Neenah did a good job of, kind of changing things up from that first time that they met
no
earlier
doubt.
this year.
Really played well. I was actually very impressed with the Neenah defense. And I mean, you look at the halftime, it's 14-7. Appleton North with the lead. And Neenah doing a good job in that first half, really moving the ball. I thought the North defense really tightened in the second half. There wasn't a whole lot there for Neenah rushing attack. And listen, you get down, especially you get down 21-7, it's a 2-score game. And then you kind of do make the Rockets a little uncomfortable because they're more of a rushing team. And trying to get them to maybe get them off their game plan, maybe doing some stuff that they're not as comfortable with or as familiar with offensively. But still, a heck of a battle by Neenah tonight, and really pushed Appleton North for a lot of this game.
So Fond du Lac cut it to 21-20, but boy, Sun Prairie really kind of exploded late in the fourth quarter. Or I should say in the fourth quarter. They're up 35-20 now, scored a couple back-to-back touchdowns.
So Sun Prairie going to take down Fond du Lac. Got to get another example of an FEA team, right? A great battle by the Fond du Lac. Great battle by Neenah tonight. Your thoughts? Both sides.
Yeah, Neenah, again, it's tough. They came out here, I thought, played a lot better, obviously, than they did in the first meeting. That's a testament to them. I thought for them to win, a lot of things had to go right. They had to really have no turnovers. They had a bunch of takeaways that really didn't come to fruition other than that first kind of little fracas, whatever was in the first start of the first quarter. Appleton North, I don't want to say workmanlike, but they got the job done. It was nothing real flashy, no big bombs from Sheckelman to anybody. It was just pound martini, let that defense help you out. Solid win for Appleton North, and we expect them to really compete against Kimberly, in my opinion, next week.
Yeah, again, a game that we will live stream next week at Papermaker Stadium. But again, Appleton North, once you get a couple scores, and Neenah's offense isn't built to strike quickly.
No.
And makes it difficult for a team like Neenah, as talented as they are, to try to play catch-up when you're down a couple scores, especially in the second half and against a defense as talented as Appleton North. I thought Neenah put up a fantastic fight. It is a testament to Steve Young and how he was able to get this team to grow throughout the year. Getting into the playoffs, a big win over Wausau West, and then really going toe-to-toe for quite a chunk of this game against Appleton North. But North, you're seeing the variety of offense or weapons. You saw it on that one drive, different guys doing different things, what was in the run or the pass. And I really like the patience staying with the run. You got a battering ram like Cal Martini, pound it. If he's going 1 yard, 2 yards, 3 yards at a crack, eventually you're going to wear down a team, and you saw it in that 20-play drive. That's tough.
20 plays.
That's tough.
That's got to be the longest one we've seen this year.
That's tough.
20 plays, 92 yards, and it took up the bulk of that third quarter.
A heck of a job to stay on the field for 20 plays. You don't see that at the high school level, but that wears out a team without a doubt.
Some scores, Brett, if I can, right before I let you wrap it up here. Middleton now takes a 21-14 lead over Rapids late in the game. Fond du Lac Springs 34-14 over Cedar Grove Belgium. So it looks like Bob Highland's ledgers are moving on. And I think that's what I have so far. I updated you on the Sun Prairie score, Brett. But, boy, we're going to have all this wrapped up, by the way, tonight. So look for that on postcrescent.com. We'll update the scores as they come in. So please check us out, and we'll have roundups of whatever games we can get tonight. Look for a more complete edition of that roundup tomorrow. So there you go.
And should be a fun game next week for the stream team and for a lot of football fans around here. Kimberly, Appleton North, round 2 at Papermaker Stadium in a state quarterfinal.
Thank you, gentlemen. I will see you here I should see you next week. At Kimberly then we will be?
We will be there.
All right, Brett. Have a good one, guys. See you, Rosie.
All right. Let me run down the scoring before I sign off from Paul Engen Field. Appleton North got on the board first. A 1-yard touchdown run by number 35, Matthew Reichel. That came with 54.7 seconds remaining. Made it 7-0 Lightning. Neenah got on the board then midway through the second quarter. Pop pass from quarterback Matt Young to number 24, Trevor McGinnis. It was all tied up at 7 apiece with 7:08 to play. That actually capped a nice 12-play, 70-yard drive for the Rockets. And then 3 straight touchdowns, 2 of them by Cal Martini, the other by Reichel. First, Martini, a 5-yard run with 3:49 to play in the second quarter. That was actually off of a big interception by number 53, Brock Arndt. Set up the the Lightning at the 5-yard line. It took one play for Martini to score, made it 14-7. That was the score at the half. And then a pair of fourth-quarter touchdowns. Martini, the 6-yard run with 10:55 to go in the fourth quarter. That capped a 20-play, 92-yard drive that featured 4 third-down conversions for the Lightning and 1 fourth-down conversion. Made it 21-7. And then late, with 5:20 to play, a 19-yard pass from Matthew Sheckelman to Matthew Reichel. And that's how this game ends. With the victory, Appleton North, ranked 8th in the state, improves to 9-2 on the season. The Lightning will take on Kimberly next Friday in a WIAA Division I state quarterfinal game at Papermaker Stadium. Kickoff is scheduled for 7 p.m. Neenah finishes its season 6-5. And again, we will be there. That's our next game for our USA Today Network Wisconsin stream team. We will be at Papermaker Stadium for the Appleton North Kimberly rematch. Top 10 battle, Kimberly number 2, Appleton North number 8. Our live coverage will kick off at 6:45 p.m. from Papermaker Stadium in Kimberly. And again, remember, folks, you can access our previous Game of the Week live streams on our USA Today Network Wisconsin websites. Just go to the sports section and scroll down until you see the Watch Our Varsity Game of the Week Prep live streams link. Thank you again to our playoff sponsor, Unison Credit Union. Unison proudly provides the people and businesses of Northeast Wisconsin with exceptional banking services and trusted financial guidance delivered by friendly experts. Also, a big thank you to our apparel sponsor, Cooney's Embroidery and Sportswear. They have the skills and experience to customize your apparel and spread the word about your organization. Contact them today, 920-731-0922. Send them an email, Cooney's, COONEYS 0922 at sbcglobal.net. So for Ricardo and Rosie and the crew with USA Today Network Wisconsin, I'm Brett Christopherson saying so long from Paul Engen Field here at Appleton North High School. Once again, the final score tonight, Appleton North 28, Neenah 7. Thanks for watching, everybody.